remembered to hit the button, don't worry.
Hey, good job, sir.
Hey, hello. This is Unveiled. We play D&D live on the thing to fuck around and have a good time. We're going to go into introductions, then I'll do a recap of what happened last time, and then we're just going to jump straight into it. Hi, Tony.
Good evening, Internet. My name is Tony. I play Rusati Tea Leaf here on Unveiled, your lovable half-orc, wizard divination-y kind of thing. Hope you all are doing well this evening. And Andy, if it's not one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, do we really want it? Back to you.
Hi, Droff.
Hey, Andy. Greetings to the internet. I have to play a game, and with said game has also things that we do and things. So when we meet and converge to have fun, the fun also has us, and this would be how we do it. So on the internet, I am here as a fox girl who is playing in a goo monster for fun, and we are all separate fingers but come together in one mighty fist of thumbs. Andy, it's been a pleasure. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Yep. Hi, Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I play Tilvius, who's a very handsome in an androgynous way centaur. These intros are getting loopier by the session.
We went off the rails when we started the Andy shit. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the best thing ever.
Hi, Josh.
I'm Christian Bale. And I play Batman in this. I am Batman, and I
am Batman.
You know, I didn't put the voice together. Fair enough. Josh plays Cirrus, a Dragonborn.
No, Batman. I play Batman. What are you doing?
I don't know if we know who Batman is. Maybe you should work towards becoming Batman. Maybe pick up some levels in like Rogue.
Batman. Batman doesn't need levels.
And we have a new cast member. If you would like to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Emily. I'm new.
And we will
Hi, Emily.
Welcome, new.
We will meet her character as we go on. So, last time
Welcome
we
to the story of Batman. This is a
God.
story about me, Batman.
Fucking damn it. This is why we can't have nice things. I gotta come up with some Batman-related shit for you now. Alright. So, last time we were here, we had just gotten done sleeping in a super sketchy town, in a super sketchy cavern, through some super sketchy tunnels. Killed everybody that lived in town, just absolutely murdered them.
They were goo. They weren't real people.
Completely uncalled for.
They attacked us first.
I don't know.
You guys then proceeded to follow one of the residents down into the chasm in the middle of town and explore some of the, I hesitate to call them caves, some type of odd structure below that was completely covered in this like fleshy membrane. Yeah, you fought your way through, killed a bunch of things that also turned into goop, completely uncalled for, just murdering relentlessly everything that you find down here. Just awful. Eventually, you guys made it through, found a bunch of books while you were inside, found like they had been digging out holes and making some type of pool, and then they were making a large fucking pool in one of the rooms. Didn't explore too much otherwise down here. And then once you were in that very large pool room, you found an offshoot. You had Kevin go down and explore, and you found a large red goo monster that had faces coming to the forefront and then fading back into this red goo. And they were all the faces of the villagers and the creatures that you had fought thus far.
Yeah.
And-
No, I go back to the pool room and I sit down and I have a pina colada.
That's great. There's no water in that one. That's the one that the big
Just sitting in the
thing
bottom with the rocks.
was digging. There's a hole in it right now where it dug
How
out.
much chlorine is in the pool? Is it like because they get
There's
to
no
me
water.
at-
They never finished it. They never added the water.
Did Did we do a short or long rest at
You did-
all before
you
this
did-
interaction?
So not, but you did before that fight. So anything you're at now, you should still be at.
Yeah, we haven't rested
Okay.
yet. So I assume that
Okay.
Cirrus tells us what Kevin sees.
There's a goofy face monster.
Thanks, Cirrus.
It's awful. We really should leave.
And you still see all of the, like, from that tunnel coming up, you see it pulsating outwards from the tunnel.
Lovely.
The
Lovely.
goo is pulsating out, or the walls?
Yeah, so the walls
There's
and
like
everything
light
are covered
pulsating.
in this like fleshy membrane, and within the membrane you can see this like slight light pulsating
How-
outwards.
How big is the goop monster?
It's large. It's probably like 8, maybe 9 feet tall from what you saw from Kevin, and it's maybe like 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
Is it reacting to
This
Kevin at all?
is great.
It's like-
You
it's
didn't
like-
notice, but Kevin fucked off pretty quick.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like the size of a grizzly bear made of goop, red goop. and it
Only
has
bigger.
faces everywhere.
Worth noting, as Kevin looked at the faces as well, they were missing eyes. All of the eyes were like black holes
No
in the
eyes,
faces,
just-
and the mouths were just hanging open.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Gross. What the?
All right.
I don't think we can talk to it. Maybe we
I-
could try. Tilvius, why don't you go
I don't
try?
think there's any talking going on here. Guys,
I
look at
think-
this.
I think we're all pretty beat up right now, except I think Cirrus, you're fine.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I mean,
I'm okay
I
health-wise.
only have one spell slot, but I don't remember what I used it on.
Spider climb.
No, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Fly spider.
That's the
I
only
know
thing
Red and I
remember.
could use a break.
Okay.
I didn't-
there's
I
a
didn't
there's a
know.
creature coming at us. Is that correct? Or
It hasn't moved yet.
Yeah.
It's in another room. I don't believe it can see us.
oh, that's right. That's right.
So I suggest we go back to the library again and take another short rest, just to.
So as you guys are sitting here talking about
Um,
a short rest, having this discussion, the pulsations stop from the cavern for about 5 seconds, and then they pick up again,
It's probably dead. Oh, wait, never mind.
and you start to hear footsteps coming from that room.
Okay.
Wait.
So much for that.
Okay.
Back up,
Spread
back
out.
up.
Kevin, where are you?
Spread out.
I try to reconnect with Kevin.
Yeah, you can definitely. Kevin has come back to you at this point. He pretty much saw the ooze and fucked off.
Kevin, there are footsteps. Did the ooze have feet?
You heard negative twinkling.
Well, then go see what happened. Come on.
You hear very hesitant twinkling. Like it takes a hot second before Kevin twinkles back at you.
How long? What's the distance between the chamber and the
Kevin
and where
was-
we are?
Kevin was probably gone for like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, so we have a little bit of prep time, but we can't like sit around.
Correct.
I mean, we could lay a trap for whatever's coming down the
Does anybody have a torch?
Yes.
Cirrus does.
Everyone
Okay.
should have a
Can-
torch.
I
mean,
can
in
honestly
theory-
say Red does not have a torch.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I do.
Other than Tilvius
okay,
light or Tilvius's fucking balls in the air, it's dark as fucking.
What if I take this and I pull out that cask of oil that I bought? And I say, what if I get this all over and then we make a distraction so that it comes into the room and then somebody can throw a torch on it and we can light the goo on fire?
Actually, seems like a decent idea.
I'm down.
I love this. I love this so much. And he pulls it the rest of the way out of his pack. And I'm
Make,
gonna roll.
make sure you put it mostly towards the corridor where it's coming from.
Yeah. I got this. That's stealth. So 14 for stealth.
Yeah, okay. You managed to kind of like skirt up against the wall, and you think you feel relatively hidden.
I douse the shit out of the entranceway with oil, lamp oil,
Okay. Sure.
and then I make my way back to the fellas and Red.
Sure. Okay, so it's probably been like with you guys talking and stuff. It's probably been about a minute and a half at this point. So we're approaching the time that something would be coming from that tunnel. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Serious. I'm going to ready an attack action with my short bow and back as far away from that tunnel.
Can I get into I don't know if there's if it's like a room we're in and then more tunnel, or if we're in a tunnel with more tunnel. But if there's
right now you're in a circular room with a tunnel that connects off of it.
Okay, can I position? Can Red position herself at the entranceway to the tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay, out of the way of the oil.
Yeah, but not so that you'll catch on fire.
Yeah.
I will have a lit torch standing off to the side where I can't be seen immediately, so that I can huck the torch at the oil.
So, as you guys are getting set up, Red is the first to hear and understand what is coming towards you. The steps are not terribly pronounced. It's almost like something is shuffling along the stone. And eventually, what comes into sight as it kind of crests around the corner of this tunnel and comes into view is that same old man that you all saw before, as he's slowly shambling his way forward.
Oh,
he popped him once.
So here he comes. He's walking. If you would like to do anything with your held actions, feel free. He's this old man's just shambling through the tunnel, man.
I looked at Tilvius.
I look back at Cirrus and shrug.
Oops.
Nope.
So I'm not even gonna make you roll for it, right? This is the improv Molotov that you were doing, right?
Basically, yeah. Improvatov. Hey.
Okay. You give it a chuck, and it doesn't hit straight on, but you manage to hit the oil in the ground, and you watch as the fire engulfs this old man. Something different happens. Every time you've killed one of these goo creatures, they've kind of fallen to the floor with a snap or dissipated into goo. He lights up like you just doused match paper, right? He completely evaporates.
That was awesome.
I'm also betting. I mean, I don't know because I've never been in contact with goo monsters before, but I'm kind of betting that our presence is known if it wasn't already.
The pulsations have started again.
It seems like.
I think we've made lots of noise here.
Very
much noise.
We might have wasted that oil.
Well, I
wasn't a big boss. I was just an old man. We just killed an old man.
Twice.
Well, we know it works. Look, do you want to try and rest here, or go back to the library, or is whatever this is that took out all of these people? Is it going to fortify itself? So by the time we get down here, we're going to have to fight through all of these things again. It seems like that old man shambled back to us after he got popped. Look, there's a cute kitty, and I love it. Hi, kitty.
And then a cat starts walking down the tunnel.
Snack. So, if we have to go fight constructed giant bugs again, then we have to fight giant constructed bugs again. Why don't we try to rest here? If we can't, maybe we can charge in. Look, we didn't have to fight the giant constructed bug that time. It was the shambly old man. Maybe it takes a long time.
Shambly old man's a lot easier to beat than that bug was.
Right. Maybe it takes longer to make bug than shambly old man. So we wait here, we get our wind back, and then we just barrel through so we don't have to fight the spiders.
I'm totally down with that. Let's do that.
Okay. I'll just hunker down here because I hurt, and I'm going to bandage some of this up.
Red's still like her clothes and all of her armor is kind of indented in where she got punched in the gut by the bug man.
We'll be getting those spell slots back this time.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do in this situation? Currently the tunnel is pulsating.
Try to take a short rest.
We'll do what Joff said.
Oh,
We
Yeah.
got a little
Yeah.
time, perhaps. So let's see. How much time do we have before this happens?
so you guys do
A deer,
manage.
a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Wait, it doesn't start with
All right,
so.
that's enough.
So
better.
you guys do manage to get a short rest
All
here
right,
in
so
this
during this
fleshy
short-
hellhole.
Is anyone going to use hit dice to recover hit points? During the
I'm
short
going
rest?
to use 2 of them.
Well, before you do that, I'm using my cook feat to give you some nice food, so that you get to roll. As long as you spend 1 hit dice, you also get to get 1d8 more hit points back
Okay, cool.
just by eating this food.
What if you're already at max health?
Well, then
DM.
I won't give you any food.
Okay.
It didn't,
You
it
get
didn't roll
nothing.
for me.
You get nothing, sir. Good day.
Okay, so I roll a d10 and a d8 plus 3. There's a d10. There's a
And
d8.
Sirius will get his spell slots back.
Yay.
Because
Hey,
Well,
I'm
I
back
got-
up at full health.
I got 1 of my d8s. I'm going to do another. The d8 gave me 1 extra, but I got a 10.
Oh,
on
sorry, you
my-
rolled a 1.
That's okay. I got a 10 on my other one, so that is. I'm going to use another hit die. Oh, hey. I'm almost back full.
so it is at this point, as you guys are finishing up eating and sitting around and kind of like bandaging yourselves and fixing whatever repairs you can on your armor and concentrating on your spell slots, it's at this point the tunnel dims again. And this time you don't hear footsteps, you hear skittering on the floor. Almost as like many legs are coming towards you.
I bet it's one of the spiders.
I don't fucking like this place. I just want to set it all on fire.
I'm gonna try to. So this is the tunnel going down to wherever that giant goo monster was.
Kind of like curls around,
Yeah.
slanting down.
There was also a tunnel that went into this room from the previous room.
Yep.
I'm going
very
to attempt.
large.
I'm going to attempt to hide in that tunnel so I can get advantage on my next short bow attack. So let me roll stealth. 15?
Okay. Yeah, you feel like you're hidden in that tunnel.
And then I'm already an arrow.
Sure.
I will move to the opposite side and ready Ray of Frost.
Okay.
I will also move away and ready Eldritch Blast.
Red stays at the. Oh, this is probably a mistake. Red stays at the entrance where she's at. Tilts her head in her customary way to, pivot towards her comrades, and says, "Don't freak out." And she's gonna call the shadow to the opposite side of the doorway so that she can pincer whatever comes through.
Like in view?
Yeah, because if I'm understanding it right, I could put the shadow in the tunnel, but then something would come to the shadow. I want to attack it from both sides as it comes through.
Okay.
What do we see?
As Red says this, you all watch as a formless shadow holding some type of long sword-shaped thing appears on the opposite
shit.
side. It does not look like Red. It looks humanoid in shape, but it's very formless and not focused. As you're kind of looking at it, it looks to be about 6'2", maybe 6'3" in height, and it's a lot wider than Red looks.
The
Well,
fuck is that, Red?
Red doesn't
Render?
really answer that. Red just goes, don't freak out.
I'm kind of.
Those of you that are martially versed will notice that while Red takes a typical fighting stance with her weapon, this shadow just has the blade held down to its side. So that's there.
Okay.
And if there's enough time, I mean, I'm probably still kind of in quasi view. I don't know how sloped the room is, but if I can try and take the hide action to try and get advantage on my first hit, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, get around the corner.
I like it. I like it.
That was almost so good. It's just a 14.
Okay. So eventually, this gigantic spider comes barreling up through the tunnel, as everyone was expecting, and it heads straight for Red. But it comes into view, so feel free to do your things as it comes into view. We are just bullying things that come up from this cavern until something
Basically.
bad comes up.
I got a 10.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
17.
I think so.
17 will do it.
17.
Fuck.
6 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
Oh, excuse me.
How about a 21 to hit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And do I get my sneak attack?
Yes. Even if you didn't have advantage,
Oh,
Red is
it's
within
engaged.
range. Yeah.
So that's 8 plus sneak attack. Ooh, I rolled a 6. So 8 plus 6 is 14.
Okay.
You get
So
sneak attack?
20 damage.
Yeah, I'm part rogue.
He's a rogue.
Oh.
He's a Rogatar.
Red, what were you doing here?
I'm just gonna attack if it's close enough.
Yeah. Are you doing 2 attacks with the thing?
Let's see how much this does.
Okay.
Although I clicked the wrong button. Now I'm gonna click this button. I think I may have hit it 19.
Yeah.
And then that's 12 damage from that hit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can describe how you want to kill it if you'd like.
I don't know. It comes up. It gets beefed with an arrow. It gets
Yeah,
beefed
it
with-
just gets plastered. The only thing that doesn't hit true is an icicle flies past it into the tunnel.
I'll say this: you don't really see how it died, because everything happens at once, and then as it falls, Red is sheathing the sword back into the walking stick, but you don't really. It just went down, and the shadow didn't move at all.
Yep. It's just standing there. All right. This also dissipates into goop. This one does not get turned into a fucking flint, but instead just dissipates and goops into the muscly tendons of the floor.
Why did the last one not turn into goop?
I think
Because
because
it
it got
burned?
burned. Do we have? Wait. Do we have more? Wait. Do we have more fire? Because maybe that's
Nope.
bad for these things.
I actually have a vial of cooking oil.
Let me see how much oil I had. Hold on.
We got 1 flask of cooking oil is in my
Fuck
inventory.
yeah. It's beautiful.
I have a
You know-
case of lamp oil. A whole case.
You know, when I
What?
was watching the
Yeah.
when I was watching the playback to get on the same page as you guys, I thought those spiders were way tougher. That's why I did that. So, but I
It's all good.
When there were multiple and you didn't have a full surprise
Yeah.
round.
Okay, wait. Red, what is that thing?
Yes. Explanations, please, Red. This is
Hey,
cool.
Hello, friend.
an explanation is gonna take longer than we got right now.
Okay.
Okay. Does it have a name?
It doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a name.
Tunnel
Can we call
flesh
it-
is brighter at this point.
Greg?
If you would like to call this thing Greg, you may. It's just with me. It's just with me.
Or is it a lady thing? Or a non-binary thing? I can
it's
pick
just
a
it's
more
just a thing.
gender appropriate
It's just-
name.
You know,
prefer.
I can't perceive its gender. So I just know it's here. It's cold.
That sounds like a non-binary thing.
Yeah.
What about
Sounds like a good choice.
I'll just say this. It was in the cave with us with the beast that was mind controlled, and it was helping.
Excellent.
Oh.
I like help.
All
what
right.
about Shadowfax?
If you want,
I think that's taken. I'm not sure.
What?
It sounds a little horsey to me. You know?
Yeah, it sounds like a horse. All right. We should go down and confront this thing before anything else comes up and tries to kill us.
All right,
Who's
Avengers assemble.
Avengers Assemble.
Adventurers,
Guys.
adventurers. It was adventurers. Please don't sue us.
One thing before we go. Come here. Bring it in, guys. Everyone come together.
All
I'm
right,
coming in here.
All right.
Kevin, come on, get in here.
Kevin flies over to your shoulder opposite of Red.
Do we let Shadowfax in?
It's not. It's going to stay where it is.
It's gonna. Yeah, I don't think
doesn't-
it's part of this.
All right, just trying to be friendly.
All right. Rusati, Red, Sirius. We've come a long ways. We're not going to quit now, right? We got to see this through.
Yep.
We owe a lot of money.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So, everyone, just do your best. Have each other's backs, and we got this.
And if we lose, we also will die and not owe any money.
Each one of
Also
you
true.
take a d6 of bardic inspiration dice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you did it all at once.
I just did it for all three of you at once
I like it.
because it's not in
Here's my
combat. I
d6.
can do that.
Yeah, there we go. Got
I
it.
dig it. I dig it.
And that uses all of them. So
And Red says, I promise that I will explain as much as I can when this is done and we're not covered in red goop.
Okay,
It
deal.
is red, right? You guys said it's red goop.
it's red. Yeah.
It sure is. No pun intended.
What is that, a pun?
'Cause I think it's because my nickname is Red.
Right. Anyway, Tilvius, shall we?
Let's.
Okay. You guys head down. The farther down this tunnel you get as you're kind of like stepping foot after foot, it gets squishier. Your feet are almost like falling into the flesh at this point. Yeah, very much the sloshing sound as you push forward. And eventually,
Don't like that.
as you round the bend, you all see this large red goop monster with
eat
faces
it.
coming to the
I eat it.
forefront. And it
I
like
rolled to eat it.
bubbling underneath.
Red ate it.
Natural 3. I ate it.
And
Red ate it.
as
job.
Let the DM talk.
as you all come into the room, it starts moving towards you. It's slower than you or other things you've encountered, but it's moving towards you. And we'll roll initiative.
I love to roll initiative.
Me too, especially when I roll a 19.
Oh, I rolled really bad.
Plus
I don't-
0 for a 19.
I mean, okay. So
That's a
Rosati got
17 for
19.
Red.
Hey,
I rolled really bad. I got a 17.
You know what my bonus is for that shit?
I only got an 11.
Can you use Bardic Inspiration for initiative?
No.
No, it's attack, skill, or saving throw, or
Okay. I got-
healing spell or something weird like that. I'm not sure.
That is weird. In that case, I got a 9.
Okay, okay. Why does it have that? Okay, whatever.
I don't know, DM. Why does it have that?
It has way more decks than I thought it would.
That's not great to hear.
Spoilers.
It's not spoilers.
Tilvius,
We're actually doing
What's your dex modifier?
+3.
Okay. All right, so we will start with Rosati. As
Hell yeah.
this thing is heading towards you. It's always a good sign when the wizard gets the first go.
It's always so great when the wizard goes first. Said no one ever, literally ever.
So currently,
Okay.
you guys are at the mouth of the tunnel, and it is coming towards you in this like pretty small circular room. From what you can see as you're kind of looking in, it looks like somebody had started digging out a tunnel in the back of this room, but that's the only other thing that you see.
Okay.
How far away is the guy from us?
Yeah, how far is it?
He's about 20 feet from you at the moment.
20 feet. Okay. Let me look at a thing here real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna step to the side of the tunnel to the best that I can. I'm gonna step behind Red if I'm in front of Red, and I'm gonna throw a ray of frost.
All right,
Whee!
roll the attack.
Yay for a whopping 13.
13 will not hit. So as you reach forward and you throw this off, you're a little bit hindered by all of your allies in front of you, and you're trying not to hit them. You've gotten a lot of shit for this, and you're like,
Sure
all right,
have.
let me not fuck this up. And you shoot it right between them. It's a perfect shot right between them, and it's wide of the creature. You were a little focused on dodging your allies and not hitting the monster.
You guys, something is wrong. I am just. And he just kind of like sulks while everybody else takes their turn, and I'm going to get more water.
That'll bring us to Red.
Red's gonna close.
Always be close.
How always be closing. ABC, man. You know, I got this set of steak knives. I go. So Red closes. How much distance is it? Is it
20 feet.
20 feet? So can I call the shadow to the opposite side of this creature?
Yeah.
Okay. So Red rushes in, and then the shadow manifests behind it.
As that happens, everybody feels the room get slightly colder around them.
Sirius, you felt this before. Remember in the cave?
I do. Josh remembers.
Josh remembers. I am going to attack the thing because
Yeah,
I'm
go
a
for it.
fighter, and that is what fighters do.
Go for it, my dude.
Ooh, 18 on the die. So this is 24,
Yeah, that'll hit.
and that is a whopping 7 damage.
Okay.
Pretty
I'm
good
going
first hit.
to use my bonus action to command the stranger to attack.
Okay. Is it directly behind it? So
Yes.
is it within like visible view for people to see it acting?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes because that's more interesting because I don't know what it looks like when it acts, and I want to know. That's it uses my stats, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's a 22 to hit,
Yeah.
and did more damage than me, 10 damage.
Okay. So, you all
Just
watch.
a caveat. Red doesn't see this, of course, because
Obviously.
you know.
You all watch as Red, in that same like very disciplined, well-mannered approach to combat, unsheaths and has a very like clean slash that cleaves through this goo. And you watch as this gap forms as it slashes through, and then it closes over the slash wound that Red inflicted. Almost simultaneously behind it, you see a very different approach to swordsmanship. The shadow barely moves its hand as it almost flicks the sword across, and this gaping hole appears in the creature. The slash wound that it cuts through is encased in this like cold, freezing frost.
It's Risati. It's Risati. It's been Risati this whole time. That is my action. A bonus action and movement. I am done.
Okay. That's going to bring us to its turn. So, as it is next to Red, it kind of shambles towards you, and you feel something in your head. You feel a pressure. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm actually not super bad at these. Let's use a physical die this time. Well, I didn't roll good. That would be a total of 12.
So with a 12, you will fail the save.
I failed.
As you are here, you feel something disappear. You're not sure what was lost, but something tells you you lost something just now. You just lost a memory.
Ooh.
So for the remainder of this combat, until a long rest, you are going to subtract a d4 from ability checks, attack rolls, and saves.
Okay. Thank you.
Ooh.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah. So it now it starts to shamble forward away from you, Red, towards the rest of the party. And as it does, you will get an opportunity attack.
Mute.
Don't forget the minus d4.
Yeah, it was 18 on the die, but I got a -3, so that is 18. So I'll take it from my bonus because that's hard for me to remember. So 18 plus 3 is 21,
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Yay.
and that is 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
Yay.
I don't think your shadow gets an opportunity attack, right? It doesn't count as an
It-
entity.
It gets one if I choose that it gets it instead of me.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
yeah, if I'm in two different or if we're in two different places and a creature runs from it, I can use my opportunity attack there.
Okay.
But I don't get two.
It stops right in front of the cave entrance, almost blocking you off from Red, as it sticks two of the faces, these wide, grinning faces with their black eyes, out towards Tilvius and Cirrus in a pseudopod attack.
I'm not here anymore. I ran away.
That is very fair. That's going to be an 11 to hit Tilvius
That misses.
and a natural 20 on Cirrus.
You want to switch, Tilvius?
Nope.
All right. So natural 20 does hit me,
Okay.
as it does everything.
So you are going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cold damage?
Bludgeoning.
Okay.
And you are going to take 6 points of psychic damage as the face
Ow.
kind of passes through you. And you feel this goo encase your body.
I have been severely injured.
Now, there's a little bit of space between Tilvius and Cirrus. And you watch as something walks out of this creature's body. You watch as a face forms and the eyes turn red and something walks out. And it looks very familiar. You watch as Red walks out from this goop. And that'll bring us to Tilvius.
Hey guys, it's me.
I read. Which one's the real one? I can't tell. It could be anyone. Tilvius is going to bonus action disengage
Sure.
and get out of dodge. How big's the room?
The room is probably like a 20-foot radius. It's not
Okay,
like
so it's
massive.
pretty big.
The tunnel's a little bit smaller. You could maybe fit like 3 people shoulder to shoulder in the tunnel.
I'm going to go out into the room then onto the far wall, so 20 feet away from
Sure.
the creature.
There's just
And-
barely enough room for you to squeeze by it.
Yeah, disengaging. Woo! And I will attack it with my short bow.
Sure. It is currently engaged with Cirrus.
Oh, plah. I only got a 10.
10 will not do it. You watch as you fire your arrow, and it skitters across the side of the rock that you're closest to.
That's all I can do.
All right, Cirrus, your turn.
I'm engaged with it.
You are
Yes.
currently right on top of it. It is 5 feet from you.
Didn't even like take me out.
Also, there is Red standing right next to you, sword drawn, looking in your direction.
Guys, I'm gonna die. I'm not supposed to be this close to bad guys.
You can always disengage.
Is it? Wait, we've learned that it's weak to ice. Yes,
No.
Not necessarily.
from the ice knife. No, the ray of frost. We know it's weak.
The fire worked pretty good.
Yeah, but ice also works. Yes.
I
No.
assume.
All right. Do we know that ice is not effective?
No, it hasn't been hit with ice yet.
It's been hit with the shadow that was cold.
I'm gonna hit it with ice.
Okay. What are you hitting?
I'm doing a breath weapon. I'm gonna hit both of them.
Oh, hell
Oh
yeah.
my god, I
Oh,
forgot he was
sweet.
a dragon. Oh,
I'm a
look at our
dragon.
friend. He's a little
What's
green.
the save DC for that?
Yes. So you must make a DC 13 saving throw type determined by my ancestry. Take. What does that mean? What
What's
is
a
it?
white? What's a white?
It's a
dragon?
con. It's a con DC.
Okay. Red. What is your con save?
Oh, it's +5.
Jesus Christ! But
Damn.
They both
doppelganger does.
Yeah, they both fail the save.
What?
Yeah.
Lucky
I rolled 2 4s back to back.
All right.
It's me wear it off on you.
It's true.
So if I okay,
Red, how much HP do you have? 24, right?
Currently or max?
Max.
37.
30s. Okay.
hope it doesn't have 37. That'd be annoying. So bardic inspiration can be rolled with damage.
Oh, I
No.
should have rolled. I forgot I had
Just on
bardic.
attacks.
I should have done
Just
that on
on
my
the attack
save.
roll, yeah.
Oh, what was I thinking?
Then I didn't need it.
Damage is
'cause I didn't have
specific to one of the subclasses.
So the damage type it's going to be 2d6 cold damage. So let me roll that.
All right.
Seven,
Do-do-do-do.
seven,
First d6 was a 1.
seven.
Second d6. It fell off the desk. Second d6 also fell off the desk. I need a bigger desk.
Need a dice tray.
Dice tray.
Was a
Where it's at.
2. I hate being honest.
How
It was
dare you.
3 points.
Okay.
Oh, damn. I probably should have disengaged. And I'll have Kevin try to distract Red. It's a duplicate Red.
Okay. How are you distracting Red?
Kevin is gonna pull Red's hair.
Okay. Yeah, Kevin fucking flies up and yanks that bitch. Directly after you rear back and spout out this like icy frost breath from your mouth as it encases both of them. And they're both left with kind of like shards of frost coating them. But both very much
Did it
still
look
standing.
super effective?
It didn't look like it didn't hurt them. They reared back from it.
Great. Well, now that we know that, I can do another breath attack after my next short rest.
Great.
Excellent to hear.
Okay. That is going to bring us to this other Red's turn. It is going to look at Cirrus and make an insight check.
Oh, don't do this, Red. You know it's me. It's your friend. Your pal. That's a 9.
A 9? Okay. You notice something very odd.
I'm gonna use Bardic on that.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, now it's an 11.
Okay. So with an 11, as you're watching, you've been around the block with Red before. You know, you've watched Red fight. Something about the way she's moving and handling herself is very different here. Whereas before, like, she doesn't really pay attention to what's going on, right? She's very much attuned to, like, the sound and things. You watch as her head locks onto you. and then she moves with a grace that you haven't seen before as she draws the blade and attacks you.
No, I'm your friend. No friend.
That's going to be a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, fuck. Okay. It's going to be 7 points of slashing damage.
Nothing I can do about it.
I am still alive.
Okay. That is going to be the end of her turn. As she kind of like drags this blade across from you, creating a gash in your chest.
Just a spurt of blood, like just a spray of blood comes out of my mouth.
On to Rosati. You are in the tunnel, and you can see Cirrus currently fucked up. You can kind of see through this red goop. Another red is behind the goop, and Tilvius has disappeared. He ran off into the room.
Okay, so from where I am, is there any way for me to get Okay, I'm good. Is there any way for me to get between the monster and Cirrus?
Not really. It's pretty much taking up almost the whole tunnel. So for it to move forward, it's just gonna encase the whole tunnel.
Great.
You could maybe run forward. There's like 5 feet between it and Cirrus, but you have a feeling if it wanted to, it could hit both of you.
At the same time?
So far, what you have seen is it spawn a red. Red clutch her head in pain, and it attack 2 people with faces that extended from its body.
Fuck.
Fun combats.
If I'm carrying something, can I utilize the disengage action?
If you're carrying something.
Like dragging someone?
Uh-huh.
Think so. I think it just eats half your movement, right?
Yeah.
You can only move at half your movement if you're carrying something. But I believe your action's still free.
Is there anyone else closer to the creature than Cirrus? Or within a rough...
No, Sirius is like right on top of it, within 5 feet. As you kind of are looking, Red is about 20 feet away. Tilvius is about 30 feet away from it in the room. He kind of like skirted around the wall. Or you actually don't know where the fuck Tilvius is. I take that back.
Yeah, you can't really see me from that angle.
Okay. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, and you can tell me if it works or not. I'm going for Cirrus, and I'm going to attempt to grab him and use disengage to try to get him away from the creature without taking the attack. If it does trigger, I'm going to turn him away and try to take the attack instead, but I want to try to get him away from the creature.
So I'm going to let you do that, but I will let you know Cirrus has not taken the disengage action. So I will let you use your disengage to take the hit for him.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair. And I will move him as much movement as you'll give me away from the creature.
Sure. It's going to be a 14 to hit.
In this state, can I use my reaction for shield?
I would say yeah. You
Yeah,
probably have Cirrus like up on one shoulder, so you can flash a hand forward.
Shield.
Yeah, you flash your hand forward, and as
And I
this
continue
face
dragging
appears,
him away.
as this face from the creature kind of sticks out towards you to envelop you, it
There we go.
shatters and dissipates like goop falls to the floor as it hits your arcane shield.
Perfect. My whole movement, turn, all that is just pulling him away.
Okay. And remember, you have shield until your next turn.
Very
You
good.
get the
Thank you.
AC bonus.
Awesome. Thank you.
That'll bring us to Red.
Okay.
Feel red.
So the
Real
real
red.
red can kind of perceive what's going on.
Yeah.
While I was listening to the last round, I rolled some stuff and I also did my negative. And so red is going to attack, use her action surge, and then also use the shadow. 3 things happened. I got a 21 and a 22 to hit for red. That's a
Damn.
combined damage of 17
All on the big thing?
on the big thing.
Okay.
The shadow got a natural 20 minus 3 for 23. Now, I rolled the damage and it's 9 or 21 if you do that. But I'm not in complete control of the shadow. So the damage is 9 or whatever the shadow does to this thing.
Oh. Oh, interesting. So it's 9 if it has the extra dice.
It's 9 if it doesn't have the extra dice. It's 21 if it does.
Interesting.
So I'm leaving that to you. I did 17. It definitely did 9, but maybe it did something cool or maybe it did the extra damage. That's up to you. I don't know anything about this thing.
Okay.
Just kind of there.
So this is what I'm going to say on a nat 20. It's only going to do the 9 damage, but I think
Okay.
you'll be okay with what happens.
Okay.
So as you kind of like rush up and you take 2 slashes at the creature, the same kind of thing happens. Let me make this mark. The same kind of thing happens where 2 gashes appear and then the goo kind of like reforms on top of itself. But as you're kind of looking at this, it seems like it has a lot less substance than it did when you first walked in. Following this, the temperature drops. Everyone around can feel a chill in the air as the shadow appears next to you, Red, and nonchalantly raises its sword and strikes it down. And the temperature drops again. Everybody feels a freezing chill down to your bones for just a second. And as this happens, Red and Cirrus, in front of you, you watch as a wave of cold, like a massive shockwave, appears in front of you as it severs through the other Red. And you watch as that Red freezes. You watch as this attack cleaves through this goo creature, and the part that touches it freezes before it boils over with more red goop, as if it's eating the ice.
Cool.
So now there is no red in front of you. There is a frozen red popsicle.
Well, I was moved away.
True.
It's your red sickle.
That is true.
Cool.
So you and Rosati see that.
All right. Now I can have bad rolls for the rest of the night. That was really stellar.
You
I
Be
love
just
that.
like me.
So yeah, that was 25 damage total.
All right. That'll bring us to its turn. It's kind of shrunk down from its original height now. Whereas when you came in, it was maybe like 8, maybe 9 feet tall. It looks to be about Rosati's height at this point, as it lurches down the hallway. So Red will get another opportunity attack as it lurches towards Rosati.
I will take
Kill
it.
this bitch!
I will try to do it.
The wizard wasn't meant to tank!
As she swings, she says "Kundan" and rolls. Chikoom. I'm only gonna roll on D&D Beyond for the rest of the night. It's a natural 20 minus 3 for 23.
When Red is like tuned in,
Yeah,
she's
she's in the zone. She's badass.
I'm going to. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I want to take just the standard damage,
sure.
which is 12, because I just rolled an 8 on my 8-sided die, and I want to get it to look back at me.
Oh,
So it is not coming for anyone else. I want to cut it and try and, when the sword's in it, try and turn it.
okay. So
it's not going after my friends. It's not going down the hallway.
okay. So what I'm gonna say is you take your blade and you jam it into this creature, and you aim for a point that hits as many of the faces as possible. And as you turn, you watch as the faces twist and distort, and you hear this like guttural, goopy groaning noise as it lurches towards you.
Like me when I get up in the morning.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. It's accurate.
I end my turn. Wait,
Yeah, you end your.
I lay a
attack.
trap card flat down, face down,
Guys,
and then
Kermit the Frog is here.
I lay a trap card.
No, no.
Damn.
Wait,
Damn.
it's not my turn. That was an opportunity attack. Next.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Red, make me a wisdom save. You feel that same, like, almost as if something is eating into
I'm not
your
rolling
mind.
with D&D Beyond this time. I'm using it on a physical die.
And be sure you subtract the d4.
But you can add a d6 if you need to.
It's okay. I won't be able to make it, guys. I
Make
rolled a
it.
4. That makes it it's wisdom. And that makes it 8 minus 1 is 7. I can try and do this, but if 14 didn't make it, 7
Yeah,
plus
no, it's not
6
gonna
is
work.
13. It's not going to work. I'm not going to
Don't
do
waste
it.
the dice.
I
So
fail.
the d4 turns into a d6 now.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh shit!
And you will take 14 points of psychic damage.
Ayo.
Oh, I can only carry one person.
It's okay. Wait, what was I?
At this same time, with your blade jammed into its stomach, you watch as it lurches towards you, and one of the faces extends through your sword to catch your arm as it makes an attack roll against you.
Ooh. Ooh. It's like
gonna be
can't
a-
say that on the internet, but anyways.
It's going to be a 26.
26 definitely hits.
So you're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And as this face impacts you and it kind of collides and covers you in goop and you feel something intruding into you, you're going to take another points of 8 psychic damage.
Oh, 15.
Whoo! Was that an attack roll that occurred on Red?
Yes.
What was the roll?
It was an 18 on the dice.
Red,
Good
what's your
game,
AC?
guys. This was a good game.
Hold on.
Red,
My
what's your
AC,
AC?
my AC is 17, but it was an 18 on the die, so it probably has bonuses.
18.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
don't
up,
think I
guys.
can reduce. I don't think I can reduce it enough to make it worthwhile.
Yeah,
so.
I'm still up, guys. I'm still up.
So as it reaches this face towards you, you watch as another one heads straight towards your head. You feel something come off from its body heading straight for your head, and it's going to make another attack roll.
They.
You convinced it to not go after Uzadi.
It's fantastic.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Is that a 19 on the die?
No, that's an 11 on the die.
So that's a plus 8.
Fuck.
Can you do it less than 17?
Nope.
So you're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
She's down.
And it would be 5 points of psychic damage. So I don't believe that does
No.
anything.
Everybody, Red is dead. We must get redemption.
You guys watch as
Red
the
Dead.
temperature, you feel the temperature rise around you. That frigid feeling is gone as the shadow dissipates. And Red falls.
I
to the ground.
died. That was awesome.
Red is currently unconscious.
so happy
And to
for you.
remind everyone of how we do death rolls, you don't. I do. Yeah.
Oh.
Lovely.
Well, then I expect we will never die because you're such a nice DM and you would lie for us.
You see this dice? Does the dice look kind to you?
No.
It looks like a dice.
So,
I'm very
that,
stoked about this. That was so cool.
That is going to end its turn as Red is covered in this goo and the slime is kind of moving on top of her. That's going to bring us to Tilvius.
Tilius will move the 20 feet up to Red.
Sure. So on top of it.
And cast Cure Wounds. Come on, hit the button.
For 20 points of healing.
4 plus
I don't think you can do that.
3.
Level 3.
7 points of healing.
Oh, it's still
7
pretty
points of
good.
healing. All right.
Still pretty good for level 3.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
So you
good.
regain 7.
Yep.
Let me know if I ever do more than half of your HP in a hit, by the way.
That wasn't more than half.
Oh, you did that earlier to me.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah.
I will keep that in mind.
While you were More than how much damage? Like not when you're down, but like more than half your HP in a hit, in a single hit.
In a
It
single
was
hit.
It was 2 hits.
Yeah, no,
Well, one
in a
hit. You
single
did one hit that did physical and psychic damage.
Yeah, no, like one entire hit. Like if the single damage number is more than half your health.
Oh, okay. That I'm. Wait, what was the first damage that you did to me?
Like
In
8,
that
I
round.
think.
Yeah, there was like a 15 or 14
15.
or something.
Yeah, 15 won't do it, but that was close. You almost did half mine.
So,
Okay.
And then I will stand my ground and draw my short swords.
sure. Red, in front of you, your eyes flicker open, and there is red goop all around you. And in front of you, you see this towering form of a centaur with swords drawn.
Is he wearing a diaper?
You can't see. You're a little preoccupied.
Well,
You do see some balls of light in the corner.
How? How?
That's fair.
Those are concentration, so if I take damage, they might disappear.
This is true. That's going to bring us to Cyrus.
Here.
I am ferocious.
Cast kill monster. Use use the kill monster spell.
I
a good
summon my patron to win this fight for us.
Yeah? Would you like to invoke some type of summoning ritual for Fae?
I don't have that ability, but yes.
You could certainly try if you wanted to.
I want to read that. I would like to know what the contract says before.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe be hesitant on that.
I cast Fairy Fire on these fuckers
Hell yeah!
because that will
What's
give us advantage.
What save is that?
That's nice.
Any creature in the area when this spell is cast is also outlined in light. If it fails a damn it.
What's
Dexterity saving throw.
What's your save
Which
DC?
Or it's 13.
Yeah. As you cast the fire and all of this light kind of envelops the area, it doesn't seem to have an effect on this like monstrosity of a goo.
Each object is outlined above any creature. Yep. So it doesn't do anything then. Yep.
Savers suck DCs. Let's go.
I need to.
So familiar.
I need to get my attack save DC up.
Yeah.
How do I do that? How do I metagame that? Okay, well then I move as far away from it.
So Rosati, as you're kind of standing here, you feel scrambling in your arm as Cirrus kind of flashes his hand forward, and then he stumbles out of you, moving like
Didn't work.
kind of like scraping himself against the wall, and his knees hit the ground, and he's just pulling himself away.
You do good. Okay, bye.
Just go. I've got to get red.
That will bring us to Rosati. Speaking of,
Great. Which side of the goo monster is red on from me?
the opposite side.
That is a horrible thing to have.
Yeah.
How big
There's not
is
a whole
this?
lot of room. Well, actually, there's significantly more room in the tunnel because it has shrunk down. So you can definitely edge past.
Well, he's not in the
Ah.
tunnel anymore, though. He went and got Cirrus, remember?
Yeah.
But I pulled Cirrus
Into
a
the-
direction.
Oh, you pulled Cirrus into the tunnel. That's right.
Never mind.
How much space does the creature take up? 5 or 10 feet?
It's
5 or 10.
it's still a large creature, but it's dissipated significantly from what it was.
So 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to quickly look above the creature. What do I see above the creature?
The top of the tunnel is here, and it is just a circular tunnel. It's just
Shit.
stone.
Okay, we're not going to do that.
Is it membranous?
Yes.
Membranous.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
that same red fucking fleshy shit.
How bad does said creature look?
It's a lot smaller than what it started as. Yeah, there's
Cool.
no visible sign of like harm, like there's no blood or anything, but it is
You-
there's a lot less goop.
If there was such a thing, you would start to see the wheels turning and the symbols and all that, like, matrix shit going on in front of his face. And I'm going to try to weave an ice knife in to a place where it's not going to impact my friends.
Okay. I'm
Because
gonna
I'm
say,
on this side and they're on that side.
what's the range of ice knife?
10 feet. Oh, range? Oh, shit.
Or like the
the
explosion.
radius.
Yeah.
I think it's 5 feet. It is 5 feet.
Okay. Yeah, since you're on the opposite side, I'll say go for it.
Excellent, Smithers.
I really wanted to hit Tilby's with it. I really did.
Okay, that's going to be that's an 18 hit.
Yeah.
Hell yes. Okay. That is going to be 9 points of cold damage.
All right. You fire off the ice knife.
I don't know why that it did that.
But don't you also roll piercing?
Yeah, and I have to save, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry. The first is piercing, not cold. That was 9 points of piercing. You roll a dead.
It did not make it.
Okay. Okay. That is going to be 5. That's going to be 4 for another 9 points of cold damage.
All right, you fire off this ice knife, and as it impacts on the side of the creature and it explodes outward, you watch as goo explodes out from the creature, covering the walls and things, and it almost seems to seep in as another significant portion of this creature shrinks down.
Okay, and I'm going to use my full movement to close the gap
Sure,
and scream at it.
sure.
Attack me!
Red, that'll bring us to you. You are currently on the ground, in between a pile of goop and a centaur.
How hurt does
Sounds
this
like a
thing
book.
seem?
It is less than half. Well, it is less than a fourth of the size that it started as.
Okay, so this doesn't seem done. Red grits her teeth, and she seems absolutely furious. And as she does that, I'm going to do my second wind to try and bring some of that back. Oh, great! I rolled a 1.
Yay!
So my second wind. What is that? How much is that? Oh, that is 4 points of healing for myself. That was.
Yeah, you're double digits.
Well, I'm in double digits now, yeah, but it is like that thing could still hit me with one hit and kill me. And then I'm going to well, she's mad. She gets pretty bloodthirsty, so she's gonna attack.
Yeah, go for it.
And she definitely misses with an 11.
So from where you are on the ground, as you're kind of like trying to reach up,
Yeah,
and
she didn't even get
skewer
up
it,
yet.
Yeah, as you're kind of like
You
trying
should
to
get
reach
up.
up and skewer it, you don't quite have like the range, and your motion is kind of hindered by the floor behind you, and your blade goes a little wide of the creature.
Oh, it's actually much worse, because I forgot to roll the d5 because I think
The
I don't know if
D6,
that
yeah.
does it still, even though I went down, does that reset or is it still there?
Until your next long rest, you have that
Until my
minus D6.
next long
Fuck that.
So that was actually a 4 to hit.
Yeah, that is not good. You definitely
No,
go wide.
that was bad math too. It was a 7 to hit. 7 to hit.
You sometimes when you are in the heat of a moment, you think back to some of the training that you have gone through, right? And it helps you maintain your form and your calm in battle. That memory's gone.
Next.
Yeah. So that's going to bring us to its
Get up,
turn.
Red. Get up. If Red doesn't get up, the Goodra will have advantage on your attack.
Oh, I'll get up. I'll get
Yeah.
up.
So you use
After she strikes, she gets up.
As you do, you know. So it takes half your movement to stand up as Red forces herself up using her the cane's sheath to stand herself up. That'll bring us to the goop. It kind of wildly vibrates as if it is looking at everyone around it, because currently there are Tilvius, Ruzati, and Red all around this creature. First, it focuses on the screaming Ruzati. And Ruzati, as you are screaming at it to attack you, you are quieted as you feel an invasion in your head. Make me a wisdom save.
Oh, bring it, bitch.
I think we should become its puppets. I bet
Yeah,
it
that
gives
is
us
a
secret quests.
dirty 20.
Oh yeah. So as you feel this invasion in your head, you've had training with your master against psychic styles of attacks, like magics that inflict damage on the mind, and you're well aware of how to raise barriers in your mind. How do you do that? Actually, that's an interesting thing. What do you do
As
to Stonewall?
I feel the intrusion, Mother always told me to go to my quiet place on the mountain. And so I just flash into this like Zen position sitting on top of a mountain overlooking a valley with like the clouds floating by. And it just basically cannot come onto the mountain where I am. I just block it off.
Sure. So as you are thinking of that, and Tilvius, as you're kind of watching Ruzati freeze up as he was screaming, you see one of the faces come hurtling towards you, and Ruzati, as you're focused on this mind defense, you watch as one of the faces comes towards you. It's gonna make an attack on both of you. Tilvius, that is a 19 to hit,
That'll hit.
and Ruzati, that is a 22.
Oh, that'll hit.
That is the right dice. Okay. Tilvius is going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of psychic damage. And Ruzati is going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage
That's half my health, by the way.
and 9 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
Oh, fuck me. I am bloodied.
So, so that was half your HP.
No, that's 99.9% of my
the,
HP.
The original hit was half your HP, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I'm gonna test this ruling out, and we'll see how we like it. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it or not. As you take this massive amount of damage to you, and you feel yourself shocked, the goop attaches itself to your left arm, and you feel it hang dead at your side. You've just lost the use of your left arm.
Bad arm. Nobody liked it.
Okay.
System shock. Yeah.
Little did you know that Rusadi is ambidextrous.
We're going to
you
find
don't
out
know-
how good it is.
You don't know the
Ambidextrous.
extent of the damage, but you can't move your left arm.
It's gonna not be good.
That'll bring us to Tilvius.
Short sword.
Kill it.
We're both
really-
we're both in melee with it. I don't know if
Yeah.
that helps.
21 to hit.
He's a,
Yeah,
he's a
that'll
rogue.
definitely hit.
Yay!
I really wanted to make a Ruzati copy. Why'd you have to save?
Because he's good at that.
So 8 points of piercing damage, plus 4 points of sneak attack damage.
12?
12.
Alrighty. You take your sword and you kind of like slash through it, and you notice the same thing with Red as you kind of like slice through a large portion of its torso goes missing, and then it just manages to scrape it all together into a solid form.
Bonus action. Second short sword.
Yeah.
Dirty 20 to hit
Yeah.
for only 5 points of damage.
Alrighty. Same thing happens. You cleave through it. This one's a significantly smaller portion of the goo disappears as it reforms.
Good. This is good. This is totally where we wanted it, right here.
All right. Cirrus, it is your go. You are currently scrambling up the tunnel. I don't know if you turn the corner, but if you do, you would no longer see the goop.
No, I don't. Kevin. Distract it.
You hear mirthful twinkling next to you. Kevin's having a great time.
I bet he is, little asshole.
And the big blob is what I mean.
Yeah.
And Kevin's just gonna. This thing is a big red blob with lots of like faces, right?
Yeah. That keep
Kevin's
appearing
just gonna
and disappearing. You
gonna
also see Red's face in there now.
Sure. Kevin's just gonna fly around it as quickly as it can and just like poke eyes.
He's just like
Oh,
poking
wow.
into the goo. You say this. You're like, Kevin, go distract it, go poke it in the face. And Kevin hesitates for a second, and he fucking looks at you, and you hear this just fucking twinkle of disappointment, and he's tired of this shit as he goes slowly fluttering off towards the creature.
I thought he was mirthful before. Why
He was
what?
till you told him to go poke a goo monster in the face.
Maybe he really liked running away.
Well, what do you want to do? What was your plan?
You watch as he stops mid-flight, and he just stands there, and he just twinkles as he's just standing there having a grand old time.
Do whatever you want, just distract it. And I will cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Yeah, go for it.
Hopefully with advantage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That is a dirty 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 11 points of force damage. There we go.
Okay.
That's it. I'm back in the game.
So you fire off this shot, and everybody behind him kind of gets plastered as this like beam of fairy energy passes through the creature, and it spreads some of the goop around as this thing is barely functioning. It's kind of like Jello that you threw on the table. It's kind of like jiggling as if it's about to fall over.
Let me guess. Red and Tilvius got splattered the most, right?
Yeah.
Because they're on the opposite side of it. Yeah. So this seems to be a recurring theme.
Hey, you're just on the opposite side of the casters. It's how it is.
You're just there.
We get all the goop on us all the time.
So
You're
that's going to
just
bring
there.
us to Ruzati.
Finish it, Risati.
You got it.
Red coughs. Ice knife.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nice.
If I can fit another one in there, I will.
Ice knife. Ice.
Is it still a large creature?
It is. So I don't think it counts as large anymore because it has shrunk very much at this point. There's
Okay.
not a whole lot of goop left. So you feel like you might hit Tilvius because Tilvius is just getting done like slashing through it.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tilvius is okay health wise.
Tilvius
No?
is at half health. So
Okay, never mind.
Ice
Then
knife.
I'll go with a Ray of Frost.
Ice knife. Bitch.
No balls. That's not a very Ruzati move.
I have one fucking hit point, okay? And I
Me
can't
too.
use my left arm.
All right.
Damn, I left two of you at one. Fuck. Fucking dice.
Yeah.
So I reach up and I just kind of like half stumbling backwards as I try to pick myself up. Just throw my Ray of Frost as I back up.
Yeah. For sure. That does automatic damage, right?
No, I got to roll for it.
Okay, roll the attack.
17 plus 6. What is that? 25.
Yeah, you definitely hit. And you can just describe the kill. It has 1 HP.
Oh, okay. I would like to picture myself running towards the creature, and then I got smashed by it. So, like staggering backwards as I'm about to fall on my ass with no working left hand to catch me, I just think in my head of something, and then a Ray of Frost comes out,
Sure.
and then I fall backwards on my leg.
As you're kind of falling back, you just manage to jam your hand out, and this ray appears from it. And as it hits the creature, you watch as it impacts dead in the center of those faces, and they all try to like coalesce to stop this ray of frost from piercing through, and they fail as the entire blob is encased in ice.
I fall over on my back and exhale.
And we are out of combat.
I poop. my pants.
Hey, nobody died. That's a plus.
I did for a moment.
Well, you
See,
just got knocked unconscious.
I thought about adding like layer actions and stuff to that, and I was like, that might be mean.
That it had a lot
It
of
was
stuff it could do.
Awesome.
On
That
its
was
round anyway,
awesome.
so
I loved
it
that.
had-
It was like really good. Oops, that was really good. But I also need to use the restroom. Will you?
Damn, Emily, your character was really hard to kill.
You were clutch.
That was like top tier.
That
I'll be
is
right back.
that is next. That took significantly longer than I thought it was going to.
That was the beginning of the 4th round it took to kill that thing.
Yeah, so bio break would be pleasant.
yeah. Let's take.
Body break? All right.
Let's take 5.
Sounds good. We shall be right back, Internet.
I gotta unmute myself. That was awkward. Anyway, we're back. Hello. I hope you're all prepared to be back.
Yay!
I'm back and I'm prepared. I had to help my daughter brush her teeth.
No worries. So you are now in a room as the ooze has solidified into a chunk of frost before you, and you're all slightly fucked up. Rosati is laying on the floor, one arm kind of like numb and dead to the ground to the side, covered in goop and blood.
Did we kill it all?
Nothing seems to be moving.
All right.
Does
Look,
it look
or-
like it's like frozen solid or just encased?
It does look like it's frozen solid from what you can tell.
I turn around and I horse kick it.
As you do, it shatters into a bunch of little shards on the ground.
I think we got it.
Yeah. Nice. Good job, everyone. Good job, Kevin. Look for treasure. Everybody look for treasure. There's gotta be treasure in here.
So as you all kind of take a minute to look for this as Sirius brings up treasure, and as you're kind of like looking around for it, you don't find treasure. What does happen is, Red, with your senses of the surrounding area, as you're kind of moving around, you get to that tunnel that somebody was digging, and you feel something on the opposite side of this, almost as if it's right next to you. Like you could reach out and pick through this stone. There is a large open space beyond that.
Red rests herself against that and says basically that. She's like, there's something huge and cavernous on this other side. Maybe there's whatever treasure you want Kevin to find here.
Beautiful horse boy. Kick that wall.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, roll me and just athletics check. That seems about right.
Can I give
I'm not the best at that.
can I give the help action by pointing out where it's weakest?
Sure.
Oh, cool. That would be a 13 and a 3. So I'm going to go with a 13.
I'll give you a 16.
Well, let's see if the 13 does it.
The 13, yeah. So as you kind of reach back, you rear and kick at the wall. There's not much left between whatever's on the other side of this as it kind of cracks and crumbles away. And as you're all standing there looking into this room, you see a wide open area that is not lit. It's fucking dark as shit.
I'll
I
throw a
send in
torch.
I'll send in my dancing lights.
So,
And
as
torch.
you toss a torch and you move your dancing lights, they come into this wide open room with plate like stone tiling on the floor, and in the distance you can see two large pillars that line another deeper cavern that extends down into the earth. That's not all that catches your eye, though. As you're kind of looking around this room, you see a lot of small circular objects, kind of like oval shaped, all over
Coins.
the room. And as you're looking, you're kind of like taking stock. They're like this odd whitish greenish color.
It's time
and
to leave.
You almost see something inside of
It's
them. And
it's
there
time to
are
leave.
hundreds of these eggs in this room. And
What's the matter, Rosati?
as you throw that torch
It's time to leave.
and you put these lights out, you hear a shriek
It is time to
deeper,
leave.
and you hear a multitude of skittering feet towards you.
It's the real ones. They're not the good ones.
To leave. Time to leave. Leave now. Time to leave.
So-
Leave now. Now.
All
now,
right,
now.
let's go.
Oil.
As you're all turning to leave and deciding on what to do, what you see is from that deeper tunnel that is heading down at dozens, and they just keep appearing and cresting over of these creatures with like spider-like pointed legs. They've got 4 of them, and their face looks almost draconic, like a sea serpent, with rows and rows and rows of teeth that extend.
I know what. I don't know what this
No.
is.
And
No.
they all start running towards you.
No. We are World War Z-ing it out of here.
Oil.
So
Fire.
As I'm running.
we are now going to start a series of group skill checks to run
Oh
away.
no! Why did I?
Keeping in mind, Joff, you have a minus d6 to every check.
I know.
Have you used your bardic inspiration yet?
No, I
Is my arm working yet?
No, you
Fuck.
still have no use of your arm. So we're going to run this kind of similarly to how Joff ran it in TDS, if you were there for that. So you can tell me what you would like to do in this situation, and we can decide on a roll for that thing. Or you're going to roll to run away, which is athletics.
Not acrobatics.
I would like
Not
to
acrobatics. You're not flipping away.
when we make it to the next tunnel entrance,
Uh-huh.
I would like to, however, punch a hole in the remaining cask of my oil and just start running it over the ground as we're running away.
You can
Somebody get ready to like this. Somebody get ready to like this.
100% do that.
Okay. What would you like me to roll for effective oil slacking?
I think that's probably just intelligence.
Probably. All right. I like it. I'm going to take my 16 for portent, and I'm going to have a 24.
Oh yeah. You are kind of like looking at these things, and as you're watching, they start kind of, as you're like all running away, they start squirming on the sides of the tunnel, running up the side. And you go, fuck that, I'm gonna spread this shit all over.
All the way around.
Yeah. So you manage to get it all around the tunnel, but you can't light it.
I know. Somebody else has to light it.
So
Light it.
we're just going to go in order of the initiative that you guys rolled earlier. So that's going to bring us to red.
Okay. Gosh, I'm in a really bad way.
I was like, I'm going to have a skill check challenge directly after draining people's skill checks. Let's go.
Okay. This is what. Okay. Now, what would? No, I don't know about that yet. I don't want to do that yet. Red is going to. I have very specific skills. There's. Oh man, this is going to be bad news. This is going to be bad news. Okay, wait. So we're still in Jellyville, though, right?
Correct. All of the tunnels are still fleshy and monstrous.
Okay, so I'm Red is going to try and like feel the vibrations in the goo, to try and see like because the oh no that doesn't make sense. We know they're all coming, so that doesn't really help. Fuck, Red's just gonna bolt.
Okay.
I have a -1 to athletics, so it's a -1
Minus
plus
the
a
D6.
-6. So that's a -4. So that's 10 total, and then I'm going to use my my Tilvius die. So that's a 15 to just fucking bolt.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Tilvius, for canceling that out.
Okay, 15 to just bolt. Got it. You guys are running, trying to book it. You watch as Rizati kind of encases the tunnel in this oil. That's going to bring us to Tilvius. Also, for those of you that are curious, this is what the things chasing you look like.
Oh, on Discord.
Yeah.
That looks like that thing from Star Wars Episode 2
A little bit.
in the arena.
There are dozens of them
Yeah.
streaming out.
I know what that is.
Yeah, they're fun.
It's a
Okay.
pooper.
Tilvius is going to reach out to Cirrus and say, basically, hop on. I'm faster than you are.
It's true.
It's very true.
And because Cirrus
Sirius
is pretty
just drapes himself over.
busted. Yeah, just flopped over.
All right, so you're just doing athletics to run?
Yeah,
Okie dokie.
Nobody's lit the oil yet.
Correct.
I don't have anything to light it with, right?
Neither does Red.
I do have a tinderbox.
Why don't you get over there and just like strike some flint next to it, you know?
Doesn't
Does anybody have prestidigitation that can turn a candle on and off? Like that's a
Cirrus
tiny
has
flame.
presentation,
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do.
so that'll be his turn. Where is my? There it is. Athletics. 11.
11? Okay. Cool. You have Cirrus on your back and you're just booking it. You overtake Red, you overtake Rosati as they're both running. You guys both watch as Rosati darts past you with Cirrus on his back. And that's going to take us to Cirrus's turn.
I'll press to take the fire on.
All right, this is definitely a stretch for prestidigitation, but I'm gonna say it's cool.
You
I can light a
instantly light
bonfire,
or
it says.
snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Campfire.
Seems reasonable.
we're stretching here, but yeah, go for it. So I'm not gonna make you roll anything because Rosati already placed it, and you're just starting a match, right? So you guys watch as this ring of fire appears around the tunnel, and the red fleshy goop that was there starts to dissipate and melt all around it as it feeds the fire and it grows brighter and hotter. And that's probably for the best. You watch as there is a moment of hesitation as this swarm of creatures pauses at the fire before they rush through. And as you're watching, some of them rush through the fire and are caught on it and burn. And you see their charred remains kind of fall off to the side. And then more climb over the burning bodies. And then they climb over the dead carcasses that result from that as they continue to chase you. But there was a delay. That'll bring us back to Rosati.
Well, okay. I suppose as I'm running down the hall or down the tunnel, kind of glancing up, or do I see any kind of like what I would discern as weak points in the ceiling?
So at this point, you're pretty much coming up to that large room with the huge circle basin in the middle that the bug monster was digging. Other than that, not too much. You know, in the next room over, there are those scones with some fire in them. But there are no like structural weak points that you can tell.
Okay.
The tunnel is relatively small. Like I would say a 20-foot radius, you could probably hit the whole tunnel.
My point being is I don't think I can collapse the tunnel behind us. That's what I would be thinking about.
You could try. You don't know
Here's what I will
how
say.
well that would go.
Here's what I will say. We talked about this privately earlier in our little chat over here. I would like to reach beyond my means and upcast Ice Knife for more effect.
You're upcasting Ice Knife?
That's
Not
all
something
I
like
have.
Shatter?
You know what?
Oh, you had that thunder.
I do, but I'm out of second level spell slots, so I don't have the means to do it unless I don't know how that rule works.
Okay. You can't cast Shatter without the like at least that spell slot to cast, but you can
I don't have
upcast Ice Knife.
I will. That's all I can do.
Okay. You have had talks with your mother about casting beyond your means. What she told you is that it was incredibly dangerous and only to do it in life or death situations, because the results from it are impossible to know.
Well, here we are.
Okay. I will say you can definitely do that. Roll damage. It's a fucking wall.
Okie dokie there, boss. Could you let me know how far I upcast it so I can appropriately damage?
Yeah, we're gonna say you were casting it at first level, so I'm gonna say you
Oh, I
cast
got
it. I'm gonna say you cast it at second level here.
Okay. So that's terrible. That's 3 piercing damage.
3 piercing damage.
And
What's
then
yeah?
it's a DC save, but can a wall make a save?
No, it's gonna fail.
Okay, so well, that was terrible. That was terrible. That was terrible. So what did I say? What did I say the first dice was? 3?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 plus 7. So 10 total.
So as you reach out and you cast this, you are pulling beyond yourself. Normally, when you are casting magic, you are using your knowledge and pulling from like the magic around you and forming that based on what you know and understand about magic. You're pulling from somewhere else as you cast this, someplace you don't understand, as you reach out and yank a fabric and pull it towards you. And you fire off this ice knife, and it is larger than you have ever casted an ice knife before. And as it impacts the ceiling of the tunnel, it collapses and some of the stones start to fall. And you watch as these jagged stones impact the heads of these creatures and create obstacles. It takes them a while to clamber over their comrades and continue pursuit. What you also feel is a surge of energy as you regain a second level spell slot. When you yanked whatever you did, you took far more than you anticipated.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Whew, heart's
Let's
racing.
do this. Let's do this every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone upcast everything. It's only good things happen so far.
Fucking amazing.
You've never felt suffused with energy. Normally, you pull from magic around you and whatever source you can find, but you feel it inside of you.
I don't wish to step in front of the group's turn as we're going to move on, but would that give him enough to essentially action surge that and turn it around into a shatter to completely collapse the tunnel?
No, you already used your action for the turn.
Perfect.
That's going to bring us to Red.
Red, how much do you weigh?
She's, she's 5 foot tall, maybe generously, and very stringy and small.
You can get on too. It doesn't encumber me yet.
I will put you at half movement speed if you take another person.
No, I can carry. Hold on.
I still count as medium, is the thing.
1,000 pounds.
I can carry 360 pounds before I'm encumbered.
I do
Jesus.
think we're kind of getting to the point where it's like a hindrance beyond the weight, right?
I see.
Like there's a lot.
Then never mind.
All right, this is what Red's gonna try and do. So I'm gonna okay. Here,
Okay.
here's how I'm gonna use acrobatics to get away instead. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Hit me with it.
Okay. As Red is running, she's going to summon the shadow and leap through it.
Okay.
So as she's going to, the mechanics of it, right?
Yeah.
However, here's the problem. I can't do that this turn, right? Because I need 2 bonus actions to do this. So okay. Well, that won't work, will it? Unless I set it up. And I can't be more than 15 feet away from the thing or else it goes away.
That's pretty close.
Remember when you were like, I don't need no fucking Misty Step?
Yeah, I know Misty Step would be pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I don't need no Misty
Misty
Step.
Step, no. Ouch.
Do you think I could use a perception to find the clearest avenue of regress? Although there is only really one way.
I will say you can roll perception or insight.
I'll do perception with my -6.
Sure.
So that's 11. That's 17 minus 4. So that's 13. 13
Okay.
perception.
You guys dash out into this like open, wide open room with that huge basin in the middle, and you're cutting through to that tunnel that leads back into that incredibly long hallway, and you're kind of like looking around, and you see on that right hand side, you guys came in from the southeast. There is another smaller tunnel that leads off towards where you think the chasm is.
Red whistles and points.
So you don't know where it goes, but it's in that. It heads in the proper direction, and it's closer to you.
Sounds great.
Is it thinner? Like, could
Yes.
less of these things fit through?
It is significantly smaller.
I like. Like. Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
That'll bring us to Silvius.
Yep, I'm gonna head in that direction. How big is the opening?
It's maybe just big enough for like you and Rosati. You guys are pretty large. There's definitely not enough
like 7
room for you
feet
to like,
tall.
shoulder somebody next to you. Not quite enough.
Shoot, it's bigger than 5 feet. We don't have to duck to get into it.
Just go. I can collapse it. Just go.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run.
Yeah, go for it.
Uh, 15.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're booking it. You guys all get to that tunnel. You're running down it. Tilvius has a commanding lead on the rest of the party, but you're not that far behind him, right? That'll bring us to Cirrus.
I'm going to use my Fey presence in a sort of creative way, which allows me to make every creature within a 10-foot cube make a wisdom saving throw, or in this case, they would be frightened. And it's not very long. It's just like 6 seconds, but it would, that's 60 feet. So I will do that.
Okay. So you watch as you use this Fey presence, and you're like exuding this aura, and everybody around you feels a giddy, happy feeling, which is very odd for the situation you're in. And you watch as some of those creatures stop and turn around. The response from their companions is not so kind. They are devoured on the spot as they consume, and the rest of them climb over the corpses towards you. This is an unending swarm. That'll bring us to Rosati.
Feel winter's wrath.
And
As everyone enters into the smaller tunnel, I will turn around and in a very gray wizard moment, you shall not pass. And I'll slam
that's a good
my
line.
one hand into my non-working hand, and I will shatter the inside of the tunnel at the end.
Okay. Roll damage. And you want to upcast this one, right?
Absolutely.
To third level? That's what you're
Yeah.
doing? Okay.
Yeah. Why not? What could go wrong? Let's see. That is 6. That'll be 19 thunder damage.
Okay. So it would have been thunder damage.
Yes.
What happens as you stick your hand out and you go to cast the spell. You take this energy that is welled up inside you, and once again you reach out and you look for that same strand that you pulled on before, and you yank, and you feel something snap as you reach out and cast the spell. And it is not a spell you know. It is not a spell you understand.
Uh-oh.
As rather than a concussive wall and sphere of force, a demonic entity appears in the tunnel.
Oh,
This
shit.
large ogre-like red creature with black
Oh,
tattoos appears
no.
with two massive horns that
Oh,
spread out from
no.
it. And you watch as it looks towards the party and then is swarmed by these creatures as it starts swinging left and right. That's going to bring us to red.
Go faster.
Shit twice. Shit. I don't have much to do. I'm going to. I'm just gonna run. There's not a whole lot that I can do. I don't have anything ranged.
Yeah, book it.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do?
On the bright side, they do seem a little preoccupied for the moment.
There's
Yeah.
suddenly the big demon.
There's a fucking Goristro in
I'll
the
tell
fucking
you.
cavern.
I'll tell you what I'll tell you what I'll do, and then you tell me if there's a secondary role that you would like me to do with it. In terms of our walking, or our because we're pretty much single file. I can't imagine that we're more than 15 feet, but I make it so that I go into the back, so I'm trailing everybody. And then 15 feet behind me, I summon the shadow so that it's there as a target behind us, further back,
Sure.
as far as I can do it. So it's more like if they get to something, they're going to get that first.
Okay.
Kind of like a decoy, kind of like.
I will say roll maybe persuasion or intimidation, maybe. That's the same roll, pretty much.
Yeah, they're both bad. Deception's better, but not by much. So
Deception would work if you want to roll that.
I mean, it's not gonna help. It's 10 minus 6. 10 minus 5. It's 5.
All right. You cast the shadow back, and you watch as you try to make it as imposing as possible. And as you're looking at it, it is formless and shifting, and you understand it's deadly. It looks like a shadow with a fucking stick.
Yeah. All right. I hath failed. Next.
Tilvius.
Oh, what's the range on this? 30 feet. I use a minor illusion to make the make it look like 5-foot spikes have jutted out of the corridor
Oh, okay, interesting. Roll
behind
deception.
us.
Or is it just your save DC?
A creature can determine it's an illusion with a successful investigation check.
Okay. Just gonna roll two. What the fuck? Okay. You watch as you cast the spell, and some of these creatures seem to stall, but eventually the horde kind of shoves its way through.
Yeah, just kind of momentum.
Yeah, you can tell as you're kind of watching, the intention was not that this is an illusion. The intention is that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As they push their way through. That'll bring us to Rizzotti once again.
Oh man. Do we have any inclination of how close we are to getting out of this tunnel?
So right now you are heading through a tunnel you've never seen before. It's kind of
wait.
twisting and winding, and you've been running for a while now. You're not sure where the fuck you are.
What about
Cool.
Cirrus? Did we skip Cirrus?
Oh yeah, sure. What are you doing?
My bad.
I'm sorry.
I don't have shit to do. I'm just going to.
You're on horseback.
Yeah, I will just fire off. I'll just
Yeah,
fire Eldritch
roll.
blasts.
Go for it. Roll the attack.
17.
Yeah. Roll the damage.
Max damage 13.
You fire off this Eldritch Blast from on the back of Tilvius, and it slams dead into one of them, and you watch as it implodes around your energy. And its place is quickly filled by 3 more.
Keep running.
All right, now it's Rizati's turn.
Well. Fuck. I have 2 spell slots left. I'm not going to try to upcast it, but I am going to try to pick another weak point in the ceiling and try and knock more shit in the way while we run.
As you reach back and you go to thrust forward with your magic, it doesn't come.
Okay, I'm just going to keep running. What do you want me to roll?
You can roll athletics to book it.
Great.
But when you go to pull from that arcane reservoir, there's nothing there. It is dead silence in response.
Excellent. That's precisely what we wanted. I'm sorry.
Something wrong.
Athletics. Yeah, something bad wrong. That's a 13.
Something wrong with your magic? My magic? Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, it's not working. It's not working. No.
My magic is fine.
So with a 13, you guys are booking it through this tunnel. You're making a mad dash away from the swarm of insects, and eventually, something looks familiar. You come out into a wide open room, and there's a wall directly in front of you.
Good.
Like, to get to this, you see a room before you, almost as if you're looking through this wall in front of you.
What?
So, right? I'm sorry. I'm like losing my shit. Right now you're in the tunnel heading forward, and it looks like you can see through a wall in front of you into a large circular room that looks familiar. It looks like that same room where you fought those creatures that had the large hooks. But there is a almost clear wall in front of you.
Okay, now what do we do?
Slash it.
You hear the skittering behind you.
Through the wall we go.
Yeah. As you go to like slash the wall, your blade slides through it. Almost as if it's not there. And
Cool.
Illusion.
book it past. Eventually, as you're kind of heading back through the tunnels, going off memory, whoever's in front can roll me a survival check to see how well you do. With
That
this.
would be me. I'm actually pretty good at survival.
Woo.
18 plus 4 is 22.
Oh yeah. So as you're kind of heading your way, you remember all the twists and turns that you took. It's relatively straightforward. You didn't take any of the branching paths. You book it out, and once you see that light from those mushrooms, the skittering sounds farther and farther away. And eventually you burst out into this open clearing where all those mushrooms were, right in front of somebody kneeling down in front of the mushrooms. And it's taken a hot minute, but hi, Emily. You want to describe your character?
Okay, so her name is Gerda. She's a rat demi. So she has rat ears and a tail and a bit of a snout. She's a druid that circled the swamp. What else should I?
What's she wearing?
So, tattered looking robes, a little grungy. She's not the classiest looking. Her hair is not very kempt. She's clearly at home in tunnels around a bunch of fungus. She does have a staff. She does have a staff, and because it's all dark in there, she's carrying her torch of eternal flame.
So, as you are reaching over to examine some of like the mushrooms and herbs that you're looking for around here, from the tunnel opposite you bursts a centaur with a dragonborn on his back, followed by this half orc and this like fox demi looking person with a blindfold over her eyes, just busting out, running flat out. And you guys almost collide with this poor individual that is just leaning over, minding her own business.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No. Bad. Must go. You.
Wait.
But,
Listen.
You do still hear a slight skittering behind you, but it is much less insistent.
All right.
How big is the?
Go ahead.
How big is the cave behind them?
So we are in where they came from, it is a like smaller tunnel that they came out of. Currently, you are in a massive cavern-like room,
What's the diameter of the tunnel that they just came out of?
maybe 10 feet.
Okay. Because should we do something about the things chasing us, or should I focus on healing you guys?
I like slamming doors.
That's up to you. We're Tilvius is going to say, lady, you might not want to be here. There were a bunch of spider creatures chasing us.
So I can join your party and run with you.
Sure. Yeah, come on.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
You all turn around and start booking it. Where the fuck are you heading?
Well, I have traveled these caverns quite a bit on my own, and I have a very good recollection of maps and stuff. I came in through an abandoned mine, so I could take us back there if you guys are looking to get out, or I could lead somewhere else inside.
This is a very composed rat person that has not seen the shit that you guys have just seen.
Yeah, she's just like, here's what we can do.
Out is good. Out is good. We need to get back to the guild
Quick,
hall and lock
quickly.
him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we
we're
need to
trying
get
to
back to Loch Nim.
Loch Nim.
You have not been there. You do not know the route
I
there.
don't know what that is. I can get us out of the caves.
Yeah. Let's try to get back to the surface.
Yeah, let's
just do that.
Please.
Okay.
By the way, the minute we ran into another person, the shadow was turned off.
Oh, okay.
You guys are just booking it through the Underdark here. You can't quite take in all the sights of like these like blue luminescent mushrooms that you're running past. As you're kind of running past, you see some of like the crystals that hang from the ceiling that are giving off light in certain areas, and then it's darkness after that, and you're using cantrips and torches and whatnot to keep yourself lit. Significantly more time passes than your original trip here. You guys made it to that tunnel in maybe a few hours, right? Following this strange rat person, it's been like 2, and then 3 hours, and then 4 hours, and you are exhausted, still booking it. We've stopped hearing skittering at this point, but there's still a concern. There was a lot. There was a lot.
Many. Copious
But
is a good word.
At this point, you are heading there, and Gerda, you know that you're pretty close to this exit that you came to, and you guys finally feel like you can slow down as you come to like what look like rail cart tracks that are split off and finished here. And as you're kind of looking around, you can see scaffolding from before when people may have been digging this out, and it looks like an abandoned mine shaft.
Serious. Think you can walk from here?
Stew on the. Upward.
I think Sears can walk.
Sorry, what?
Serious? Did you mind hopping off?
No,
Think you can walk from here?
no, it's all right.
Sears, so you watch as Sears just kind of like cuddles up into you.
All right, I kneel down on all four of my horse legs and just kind of roll over to one side and just kind of flop them up.
So,
And then
Gerda, here is this just random group of fuckers that came out of a cave and were like, "Run, bad things are behind us," and this is what you have to deal with now.
Mm-hmm. They look
Yeah,
haggard as hell too.
I'll turn to Gerda and say, "Sorry about that. Thanks for leading us out of there. That was crazy. There were goo monsters and spiders, and we're probably not making a lot of sense." I'm Tilvius.
I'd raise my left hand and wave at you, but I'm Rosati. Hi.
Red.
Doesn't work right now.
This is Kevin.
That's serious.
You
Wolf
hear
is Kevin.
you hear twinkling next to him from this little ball of light.
It's a
That's
pleasure to meet you.
Risati, let me see your arm.
This is a little
It
rat.
doesn't want to work, Tilvius. I don't know what happened. It hurts.
It doesn't from what you're looking at it doesn't look like there's any outward sign of injury. You can't tell that like it's broken as you're kind of touching it. You don't feel pain. It just refuses to move.
I think my arm is petrified.
It doesn't
great.
look like stone.
Damn.
Who's good? Anyone know anything about medicine?
I mean, I've patched myself up a couple of times. I can take a
I'm
look.
proficient in medicine too,
I
so
feel terrible.
I can also heal.
Whoa.
Sounds
Hey,
like
Do that.
sounds like you guys need some help.
I
We'd
feel
be grateful.
real bad. Real bad. So
So
bad.
okay, so I can do a let's see a healing. Well, actually, so this is a bonus action, but I can do a healing spirit, and it makes a 5-foot cube, and then everybody that moves into it can restore 1d6 hit points to you. Does that
Yes.
sound
You do
reasonable?
that.
Should I do that?
Yeah, you should do that.
Okay.
What I'm going to say is that you can reach out and cast this spell, and as you do, what does your healing spirit look like?
I thought it was just a cube. It says an
Well-
intangible spirit. I gotta pick what it looks like.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna say a possum.
You guys watch as
Do I get possum snuggles?
as this little rat person next to you kind of like reaches out and goes, "Wah." And from out of the ground you watch as the spectral figure of a possum kind of digs its way up through the stone and then floats in the air and just kind of looks at you. And as you come up to it, it blinks and you feel better. A little gross, but better.
So does she roll for
Only I
healing,
can
or do
draw.
we?
You guys can roll for it yourselves.
Okay.
This
Everybody
is,
roll a d6.
But it's should we
6.
how many charges should we give the people who are way more hurt? Or
One.
like, I know that we've got 2 people at 1.
Yeah, so it's 1 plus your spellcasting modifier. What is your spellcasting modifier? Goethe. So what's your plus to wisdom?
My wisdom is +4.
So
But-
you get 5d6 split among you, however you would like.
Should I roll one too?
All right, if you're hurt, you can.
Oh no, I'm not. So you guys roll it, right? Okay.
So 5d6 split among the rest of the party.
Red keeps out.
Yeah, Tilvius is at half health, so he'll keep out too. So let's get our casters up.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm at a little bit lower than a third.
So Cirrus takes 3 and I'll take 2.
Yeah, you guys heal up.
Healing Spirit is definitely not one of the most broken healing spells in the game, by the way.
Yeah.
One of the most what?
Broken healing spells in the game. It's
It's a
very
great
good.
spell. It's great.
Okay, I'm back to half health, so that's nice.
Should I do more? Because that was only one spell
okay.
slot. I can do a different thing.
That's okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that was
Thank
awesome.
you. I am
why-
going to make some tea.
After the possum blinks for the last time, it kind of slowly floats back down to the ground and curls up as it disappears into a puff of smoke.
That's cute.
So wait, Gerda, right?
Gerda. Yes.
You don't. We're not back in Loch Nim. Where are we?
Near the village of Jurl.
Have I been to Jurl?
You know where it is, but you haven't been there. It's a smaller village.
How
It's
close?
It's about like half a day's ride, maybe, from
It's like
Loch Nim.
outside. Like we'll have to travel outside to get to Loch Nim.
When you entered Loch Nim, it was towards the south of this like massive hill mountain
Yeah.
thing. You are currently to the southeast, is where you know Jurl is.
She Red tilts her head back to the party and goes, "We're on the other side. We're on the other side of the cavern. We're about if we go out and go back around, we're gonna be maybe a day, maybe a day and a half out, or we can try and cut back through. But I don't know."
I don't think anybody wants to go back through the
No.
Underdark right now.
Oh, by the way, here's your guys' tea. And I float teacups to everyone.
Thank God.
Yeah, please drink.
Why don't you roll a tool check with that?
Sure. I got you. This is such a clutch moment for that.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's really good. 23.
23. Yeah, so this is really good tea. What throws you off a little bit is it's got like this very like earthy, really nice taste to it. But it's up to you on if you're in the mood for an earthy tasting tea right now.
That's so fair. That's so fair. I don't know. It's good. It's good. It's real good. Maybe on a different day, but it's good. You should have some.
I'm gonna do something that's like kind of kneecapping myself, but I think it's really cool. Red takes off of her cloak, which has a little bit of magic in it, so it's not really harmed. But she pulls back part of her clothing, and her armor is ruined. So she starts taking off the leather armor that's underneath. It's not salvageable. It's been ripped to shreds.
Yeah. There's still a massive fucking dent in the middle of it. Parts of it have been like worn away by whatever that red goo was. It is very much just a hunk of leather at this point.
You doff your armor.
I doff it.
You guys are currently sitting in this abandoned mine shaft. It is deadly quiet around you.
So, where are y'all headed? You need someone else to tag along?
We were gonna head back to Loch Nim, which is a city in a cavern northeast of here.
We
were
Northwest. Sorry,
yeah,
it's been a long day.
That way.
we were doing a guild job, so we were finding out what happened to a bunch of people who had disappeared, and we found out what disappeared them, and then we fought that. And she's wringing out her cloak and the goo is coming out.
Yeah, Tilvius reaches into his backpack and pulls out the vial of goo. Yeah, they turned into this.
And then we almost became spider food.
Looking for treasure. How long were you in the cave and you didn't see any of these things? You didn't see we found
What-
you. We ran into some hooked creatures.
What's
that
your
tried to kill us,
deal?
too.
Are you made of goo?
Gerda has a very keen sense of smell, so she kind of knows where to avoid if things don't smell right. And she was really just there foraging for herbs for her herbalism and her alchemy.
I choose to believe Gerda speaks in the third person now.
I can switch between both, right?
Yes.
100%.
You can do whatever you like.
100%. Yeah.
Sure, but like, what's your deal? Like, are you made of goo?
No.
I don't think she's made of goo. I
Made
think
of
all
rat.
that's done.
Rat. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Why do you want to join us? You just met us.
I've heard tale of the guild. Gerda's heard tale of the guild.
Did we tell her we were with the guild? I don't remember.
I did.
just
say
did.
this. I just
We
did.
just
already-
said we
Yeah.
just said we were on a guild
Red-
job.
Fred did.
Okay. All right. I'm a little.
Gerda,
I only have
I've
4 hit
been-
points, so.
Traveling alone for quite some time looking for.
Why was that? Were you thrown out of your village because you're a murderer?
No,
What?
not
Serious?
at all.
Was it?
She
Are you searching for your lost little brother who was eaten by a snake?
I'm gonna try to grab the dragon snout and just kind of clamp it close.
No.
You never.
You hear very, very excited and happy twinkling next to you.
I said, were you looking for a magic sword?
listen.
Gerda's
You
been traveling
helped us out.
alone and looking for some adventure, some companionship. You guys seem cool.
We are cool, but
Do we?
Well, if you want
As
in on the
they're standing here battered, bloodied, and
Just
fucked up.
Beat to shit.
Red sitting on the ground with all of her like accoutrements and like cleaning her herself and her swords and stuff is like, well, if you want in on the guild, I mean, it's not super structured. I'm pretty sure that if we just bring you with us and say you were with us, then you're in on it and you can get written into the guild books.
You did help us set up a pretty big jam there.
Yeah,
And you
100%.
healed us, so.
yeah, it was nice. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
If you were trapped in a cave with a million tiny skittery spider monsters with big long snake heads,
Not
what
tiny.
would you yeah, they weren't that tiny, to be honest. They were like large chihuahuas, small
Very scary.
They were
cocker
big.
spaniels. How would you contribute to our efforts of not dying?
How big are they?
Like a big fat cat, like a small Maine Coon.
Oh, well, I have acid arrow, so and that's
Okay.
I get that as Circle of the Swamp, so I could just do that without using any spell slots. And acid arrow, they take damage even on their next turn, and even if it's a miss, they take some damage. So I feel like I'd probably do fairly decent at destroying our enemies. I also got some flaming sphere that I think I can move around.
Fire. We were missing fire. That was an
That would have
important.
been very helpful.
We
I
didn't
have-
have any
I have
fire.
I also have a flame blade.
You're in. You're in. Tilbies, you're gone.
What? If it weren't for me, Red would
Wow.
have died on the ground in there.
And as
Well, we can only have 4, isn't that right?
as an outlander, I have an excellent memory for maps, so kind of led you out of the caves. So made my bones there, I would say. And I can find food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 people. so long as the
Oh,
land can provide.
Oh, I guess we can keep utilities.
I can cook it.
Shit. All right.
All right. How do we get out of these mines?
I
Or do we
mean,
wanna... What time is it? We've been
we need
underground
to
for
get-
so long.
We need a safe place to rest.
We need a
Where's
safe
this-
place to sleep.
Yes. That's got to be number one. We all.
I gotta sleep.
Red
Well,
is taking apart the
I-
inside parts of her armor to like wrap wounds.
Gerda's been hanging out in this abandoned shaft and has not experienced anything, and could also even possibly keep watch. Her snout will alert if anything is coming. She didn't have a bunch of battles, and all she did was 1 second level spell, so I feel she has quite a bit of stamina left in her.
I go over to Cirrus and I just pat him on the shoulder and I say, "That sounds good enough for me, buddy. Why don't you come lay down right over here?"
Are you trying to sleep with me? What's happening?
No. No. It's time for nappy nap time.
Yeah.
Lay down.
Yeah, but do you want to cuddle?
Sure. I'm fucking tired.
Okay, and I wrap my arms around Usagi and just like fall on the ground.
I don't even fight it and I go to sleep.
Beautiful.
Gerda paces the perimeter. Her rat tail twitches.
So we're kind of out in the middle of the mine shaft here. There's a bunch of like different archways that kind of extend out into other parts of the mine that you assume have been run dry. And you all settle down for the night, doing whatever it is that you would like to do before you go to sleep. You fall asleep hearing this strange noise of wind whistling through the tunnels. At times, it almost sounds like cries, but nothing ever comes of it through the night. Whoever's on watch and hears it is obviously concerned, but nothing happens. And eventually, you all wake up 8 hours later. You have no idea what fucking time it is, but 8 hours later, you get up.
We got a full rest, a long rest, everyone.
I feel so much better.
As you wake up, Rosati,
Yeah.
and Red, you regain your memories. You don't realize what it is exactly that you had lost, but your memories are back and you no longer have that minus D6.
Okay.
Rosati, your left arm, you feel feeling back in it. It's not to where it was. You can probably only lift it about halfway at the moment. That's about the limit of your range of motion. But it's not dead, which is probably a good sign.
This is so much better than it was yesterday.
During the night when I took my watch, whenever that was, I made 2 special pieces of candy. Who wants them? Well, I'll give one to Gerda because she helped us out so much.
That's cool.
And Rusati, your arm's not working, so here, you take the other one.
Hey, I appreciate that.
So after you eat them, you get 2 temporary hit points each.
Perfect.
We need to make our way back to Loch Nim.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then get paid. And then leave this
It's
horrible
not-
place
well,
forever.
Yeah. Okay. We're not really gonna get paid.
Why won't we get paid?
We'll get the money.
We're
but we have
canceling
to-
a debt.
We're canceling a debt. But you'll also when we get there when we get there you're gonna sign in,
Yeah.
and once you sign in, they'll give you your
Stipend.
no, you don't get a stipend from being in the guild. You get opportunities to make a lot of coin for sure.
God
but
damn it.
you-
I really need to read contracts.
You're gonna
I think I'd learn.
No, look, you're gonna get a badge. You're gonna get a badge, like a little medal.
I don't need no stinking badge.
You do if you want to get guild work, and guild work pays better than almost any other work. Gerda, you just come with us, and I mean, I've seen the way most guild halls work. They won't bat an eye. You're with us. We took the job. You're included. They won't bat
Perfect.
an eye.
I'm
Some
starting
coin
to
in
think
my
they.
pocket would be nice.
Yeah, I'm starting to think they won't bat an eye because they just send bodies into the body mill to be
You're-
turned into sausage.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. A lot
Yeah.
of guild work is really, really dangerous. And honestly, if they lose a bunch of people that want to be guild members, it's
Yeah.
kind of, well, I mean, that's why I normally do courier work, because it's a little bit less dangerous most times. But the guild kind of looks at it like this: you make the cut by surviving, and if you don't make the cut, it means they need to send somebody stronger.
I think maybe the guild needs like some sort of organizational like structure to ensure that we have protected workers' rights. Like
Well, you can
a
join
guild.
the
Yeah, you mean the guild needs a guild?
Yeah, the guild needs a guild.
Yeah, I'm sure you can bring that up. I look,
That's a guild meeting.
I've been with the guild for years now, and I don't know who runs the guild.
Wow.
Oh, that's curious.
I just know that the guild is, you know, this is how I get work. Well, this is actually very different work than I'm used to.
Yeah, sorry about that, Red.
No, it's very exciting. It's actually a lot of fun. Normally, the only action I've gotten is, fighting bandits who are trying to get the parcels I've got, but no parcels, no bandits, just goo monsters.
I mean, it was fun. Part of it. I mean, yeah, it was pretty cool.
The funnest
mean,
part was
the way
meeting
you-
Greta.
The way
Gerda.
To be honest, Gerda. Sorry, Gerda.
It's okay.
We'll learn.
All right, let's get out of these mines.
Let's go. Let's
So, Gerda kind of leads you guys the way she knows as you exit through these mines. It's a lot of like twists and turns, and you had assumed just following the tracks would lead you out. Not so much. It takes you maybe another half hour until you see what looks like Veil Light. And as you go to exit, you kind of exit out into this large forested area, and as you look up, the Veil Light is dying out as we are closing in on night.
But we just woke up, right?
Correct.
Well, our sleep schedule's going to be screwed up for a
Yeah,
while.
circadian
Guess
rhythm.
we're gonna be walking through the night, and I'll pop out some lights. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Hey, me too. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
All right.
Hey, did we level up over that last night?
So you will. There's going to be downtime coming up, and you'll tell me. You'll come up with what you do during that downtime to kind of facilitate you leveling up, like how you learn what you learned or whatever.
Yeah. I eat a sorcerer.
Sure, man. For the sake
Alright.
of brevity, I assume you guys skipped the nearby village, right? You're just heading straight back to Loch Nem.
I mean, I would.
We never go back to Loch Nem.
Gerald
We hit
holds
Port Saris.
nothing of interest.
That is a walk. If you head to Port Saris, that is a significant distance.
No, we're not doing that yet.
And you can just fast forward, though, right? Nothing happens.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Nothing happens.
That's exactly what goes down.
So,
You arrive at Port Saris. You are now level 8.
for the sake of
Welcome.
brevity, Red knows roughly where you are and roughly where Loch Nem is. You take some time, you find the nearby road, and you kind of walk your way. You get some weird fucking glances from people that are traveling late at night, and then as it turns like early into the morning, some of the travelers are looking at you very odd as you just have glowing balls of light above you. they just kind of stare at you. You pass by maybe 3 or 4 carriages on your way.
All right. You're like the third person to look at us weird. You've never seen magic before.
Not while traveling. Why are
Oh.
why?
Why what?
You are just attracting bandits. Why would you do this?
Have you ever been eaten
No.
by a?
Sorry, people. Just ignore us. Just ignore us.
You watch as you say that he kind of flicks the reins.
Are
on the
you
horse's
saying
neck.
it's dangerous to
Hard.
have lights?
We
He
can
just
douse the
kind of
lights.
waves over the side back at you.
Honestly, I don't know if it's dangerous to have lights or not. I never use them when I'm traveling.
Yeah.
Kind of no need. Eventually, without issue, you guys make it to that same like massive cave mouth that leads down into Loch Nym, and you descend. That same stench of like sulfur invades your nostrils as you head down, and that like damp, depressive feeling of being underground meets you. Where eventually you come back to 2 guys standing in front of the bridge in front of Loch Nym. They do not look very familiar.
I mean, the gates aren't closed, right?
No, they're just
Yeah,
there.
let's just go in.
Yeah. What's up?
They look at you and all they ask is, purpose of visit?
Guild
Guild
business.
business.
Guild business. Yeah.
Do you have
Good
a
bit.
badge?
Good bit. Not yet. Not.
Well,
we're
she
going
does.
to we're going to
Wait,
Uh,
do we have a
we're
contract?
going to- we're going to
Applicants
pick up
guy-
our bags.
we're going to go
Applicants
pick up
go.
the badges.
Our badges
he-
were.
he kinda
They were stolen
waves
by
you on.
goblins.
You don't need
Garrett,
to. We're just-
As you say that, the guard is like he's pushing you past, and everybody's walking past. You just looks back at Cirrus, just confused.
If you see a bunch of goblins with guild badges, don't trust them.
Seriously.
Zero stop.
Gerda,
Okay. And
welcome
the
to
guy,
Loch Nym.
the guy turns back. He's like, "It's too goddamn early for this."
I rolled a dirty 20 on my deception check.
It's too goddamn early for
he
this.
may-
I'll
still
look out
too
for
early.
goblins.
Yeah, he looks at you and he looks back. He goes, "It's too damn early. Haven't had coffee. Goblins. Okay, goblins." And he
Bad
turns
Lenny's
back.
not here.
Yeah, right. And you guys head back into the city. People are kind of like congregating in that main forum where that large fountain was before, getting ready to go about their day. You see people hitting some of like the bakery stalls and whatnot. No Malcolm this time. That is a a plus. No Malcolm. Yeah, you guys are in the city proper. Everybody roll a perception check as you are making your way through the city.
What do I roll for that?
So it's
Roll a
your-
d20 and add your perception skill modifier.
Yeah.
13.
6. I'm not paying attention to nothing.
You're
I
busy
rolled
looking
a-
for Malcolm.
Yeah.
Lovely 15.
14.
16.
Okay, so the only people that notice anything, Red, you feel something. You have trained yourself to feel when somebody is watching you. You feel as if you're being watched. Gerda, as you're kind of like taking in the city, this is your first time here. You're really taking in the sights. You're kind of like looking around at all these like large spires in the distance, and this bunch of buildings made out of like stone and wood. You take a look up to one of the houses in the distance, and there's like a wooden balcony that kind of extends out from the house. And on it, you swear you see somebody head back inside. And as you're looking, you see the glint of something over their face, and you swear you saw a mask. You couldn't make out any details of the mask, but you swear you see a mask.
Sorry, you cut out. What was the very last thing you said before you said you swear you see a mask?
Just an individual that turned back from the balcony, heading back inside.
Okay. Do I do something? Should I do something?
That's all you see. It's up to you.
How far is it?
It's maybe like 50, 60 feet away.
Are there a lot of people here in this?
Oh yeah,
in this?
there's a ton.
It's a big city. Yeah.
So is it concerning if somebody looks at us from a balcony?
It's up to you.
Or what is your objective for the guild in this village?
Yeah, we need to get to the guild hall.
We're heading to the guild to prove that we found what caused the people to disappear.
And that was the jar of goo.
That was Well, it was a monster made out of that.
But
It was a man made out of goo,
Okay.
and that is what goo will do to you.
Should we just go to the guild, or do you think we should investigate this masked?
What
Man?
masked person?
Wait, what?
What mask?
What? Who?
Oh,
So you were the only. Yeah.
There's a guy with a mask up there, fam. What do we
What-
do? What do you think?
Guy with a mask.
What did it?
Do we?
What
Is he still there?
What kind of?
looks
Can we all
like-
What
see
does
him?
it look like? What did
I
it,
No,
saw
he walked
him.
up inside.
I'm so
What do you-
perceptive. I saw him.
what
He's
did
gone now.
what did the mask look like?
You know, it's very indeterminate what it looked like. I caught but a glimpse.
Yeah. Did you get a color?
You know, it was a covered balcony. Color was not apparent.
Where?
Yonder.
I-
She points towards a house in the
I
distance.
point me that way.
What good would that do?
Yeah.
It is
So I
at
know
this
what
point you
direction.
notice a blindfold over Red's face.
I
Sensitive
don't know-
delight, eh, Red?
What?
I said
No,
sensitive
sort of,
delight, eh, Red?
sort of the opposite. Sort
Uh,
of
Yeah.
completely insensitive to light.
sensitive to light. I'm gonna do my little twitchy ear thing. Is there anybody moving towards us?
Nope. Everybody just kind of just seems to be mulling about on their own business. Nobody seems to be heading directly towards you.
Okay.
And the feeling that you had before of being watched is gone.
Do any of us have any reason to distrust or worry about people in masks based off of our backstories?
No.
Let's put a pin in this and get to
Does-
the guild.
Does Sirius say that
Okay.
out loud?
Yes.
Of course, Sirius says
It's a very
that out loud.
serious thing.
It is a very.
That is a very.
It was in
serious
the
thing.
voice. I said it in the voice.
Anybody that wants to do an insight check.
Yes. That's why it's not good. It's only a 12.
What?
It's another D20 and then add your
A 12.
17.
$11.
I only rolled a 7. So as Sirius says, does anybody have any reason to distrust a mask? And Red goes, let's go to the guild hall right now.
We are booking it to the guild hall, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a pin in that, but also come back to it later.
So you guys head towards town. You get to that bridge that leads off to the second spire in the distance, and you manage to cross to the other side. You head down to that big mouth that leads to the guild hall there, and you get inside, and it's pretty empty. There's maybe one or two people situated at the tables, and behind the bar is this human, just normal human individual with like curly brown hair, getting glasses together and walking out and serving glasses of some amber liquid to some of the people at the tables, and he heads back and starts cleaning. And he looks at you as you come in and goes, what can I do for you?
Hello, human.
Hello.
Guild business.
Wonderful. What can I do for you?
We would like to turn in a contract.
We have done that. We did what you told us.
I can help you with that. the guildmaster isn't in. He had a meeting with Antilius. He won't
I
be
know who
back.
that is.
Make a history check.
Certainly.
I'm just gonna say I don't know. There's no reason I would know.
Rosati, I think, is the only one that might.
Yeah, bitch, that's a 19 plus 6 for a 25.
You had a couple of history books on like the history of magic and prominent individuals. Antilius is definitely someone you've heard of. There are six archmages in the world. Antilius is one of them.
Oh, wow.
He sits on the Council of White in Alabaster. He is a very prominent figure.
Red interjects and just goes, "We're here to turn in a contract and get our guild badges. Do we need the guild master for that?"
For the badges, yeah. You'll have to take the second part of the exam. But I can give you whatever you're due for the contract.
When is he going to be back?
He was expected the meeting to take all of today, and he'll be back tomorrow.
Downtime.
Let's
Does this guild
let's,
have rooms?
We do. If you're looking for accommodations, we can definitely help you out.
we need a room.
Sure. One
One's fine.
done. And he kind of like reaches behind him, looks at the wall, and grabs one of the keys. Has a very similar layout to the guild hall that you guys had in Walden. As he reaches over and hands you the key to a room, it says 07.
Red snags it. She looks very perturbed. Not angry, but very perturbed. And
Flustered.
goes, just hauls off to the room. She moves directly to the room.
Sure. So the way this is set up, there's no like upper level to the guild hall. As you're kind of looking, there are hallways that snake off and around, and as you're heading down them, you see numbers, and eventually you'll find 07 as it kind of like snakes off.
Red goes directly there without any assistance.
Sure. Everybody else watches as Red books it off towards a room.
And as she goes, she takes her walking stick and motions that she wants you to follow.
Yep, we're following.
All right.
Okay.
Red, is everything okay?
In the room, please.
Okay. Okay.
You open up this like nice wooden door placed in to find a room kind of carved into a cube in the stone. There's a nice straw cot in there. 2 straw cots, one on either side, and those are the only bedding. There's a chair with a little table in the middle towards the wall. No windows or anything because you are underground. And it is just a box. Nothing to furnish the walls or anything.
Once everybody's in the room, Red closes the door. And she's silent and she just regards everybody, including Gerda. Everybody, make a. You can do whichever one you want. Don't tell me which one it is. It can be. It can be persuasion or it can be deception. But she's looking to see how trustworthy you are.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
12.
12,
14.
14.
$17.
17.
You're muted, Gerda.
Sorry. I rolled a 3.
Excellent.
Makes perfect sense. We just met you.
Red,
Very fitting.
Red rolled a 23 insight.
That's
So-
fantastic.
Is everybody here safe?
I will say,
Actually, I'm a secret agent from your backstory. I'm here to kill you.
You could
for
be.
this, I will only ask that you reveal if you have intentions to either use or leave Red. outward
That's
those
perfect.
outward actions.
Nope.
I do not have those intentions.
Do not have those intentions.
No.
Okay. Red puts her walking stick against the wall, takes off her box. Gerda, she's had it's not a backpack. It's a huge long box that she's been carrying this whole time. She takes it off and puts it on the floor. She sits down on the ground, and she pulls out the proven guild insignia, which probably means nothing to Gerda.
Probably not.
And she puts
She's
it on the
very
ground.
sheltered.
And Red says, "This is not mine." And she undoes her blindfold, puts it on the ground, opens her eyes and looks at you, and she says, "My name is not Red." And her eyes are open, and she is looking at you. She can see you. And her eyes are inverted. So her eyes are black, but where her canine fox-like pupils would be is a streak of white.
Hang out so bad for me.
Like a vertical slit.
Yeah, a
of
vertical
white.
slit of pure white against a black.
It is worth noting, as you all stare into those eyes, you've been around Red a lot. You probably have personal opinions. This is uncomfortable. As you are staring into those
You
eyes,
don't need to tell me that.
You are very uncomfortable.
Yes. Yes. For Red, I guess. That's what I can call you,
You
for
can-
the
you
moment.
can-
What? I have fucking questions.
I haven't even known you long enough to lie to you.
Apparently, maybe you have.
I
From
have
the
a-
very beginning.
I
I'm a
have a-
very trustworthy person.
I can sense that about you.
Although I'm very good at lying. You may have noticed.
Gerda, you saw a mask. I gotta ask. What did it look like? Can you think of anything? Someone was looking at us. I know someone was watching us.
I didn't see anything distinct. It was for I thought I saw a glimpse.
Fuck me. I pull out this. I knew it. The minute I show that.
What do we call you?
Red is fine. It's not my real name, but
Okay. What is that? I pointed the box.
the box is just the box is my carrying box to do courier work.
That was the thing you said it wasn't yours?
No,
No,
the
the
medallion
proven
isn't mine. The
medallion.
proven medallion isn't mine.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah. I have never. I've never told anyone. I don't know. I don't know where to start.
I'll start with whose medallion this is, if it's not yours.
I don't know.
Where did you get it?
I got it on a. It's so complicated. I got it on the beach. I got it from. I was running away. I got it from a man. Um, I got it from a man who was running to the, well, not running. He was walking calmly to the place I was running away from, and he told me to use it to basically to hide myself, and I have done so.
What happened to the man?
The last I saw him, he walked up the mountain, and the whole temple exploded. Lightning rained down from the sky, and he was a proven guilds person. He probably called the lightning on himself. He's probably out there somewhere. It's not like if you're a proven guilds person, you even need one of these fucking things. You're like,
Yeah, okay.
like no one's gonna be like, oh, you're not a proven guilds person when you can like fucking call lightning from the sky and smash
Why?
it.
Why were you running away?
Good question, Gerda.
I if the mask was the mask, and if
Well, the mask is obviously
Um,
the people who go chasing people who steal
Here-
proven coins.
no, I have something else.
You have more?
Yeah.
You know what, Red? It is very difficult for me to remember many things.
Okay. I'm only. This is. I don't know what to. I don't know how
I'm
to
gonna
do this.
Red. Take a deep breath. It's
I'm o-
okay.
I'm only
It's
trying
okay,
to.
Red.
Okay. Here's the problem. I'm trying to tell you because you might be in danger, but the more I tell you, you might be in more danger. So how do I balance that?
We just got chased by a gajillion fucking spiders who wanted to pluck our flesh from our bones. I'm not real sure there's a whole bunch more danger we could be in than that.
I am pretty sure there's a pistol
I'm
demon
pretty
down there now
sure.
too.
I think my soul is eternally beholden to a dark, evil Fey prince. I don't think even if I died, I'd get out of that.
As you say, dark, evil, fey prince, you feel a pinch, almost as if somebody had pinched you.
Did somebody just pinch me?
No. Probably was Kevin.
You see
Kevin.
Kevin off on the other side, very
Look.
far away from Red.
He's very fast.
Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this in front of somebody I have just met. This is
I'm cool.
you're great. You're great. Gerda, you're great.
If she's not, we can kill her.
Okay. Give me a place to start. Give me a question. Give me a place to start. Give me a question.
Who are you?
What's your What's your real name?
What it means sure. Hey Xian, who
I'm sorry, was
Anybody
that
got that?
Urinsa? Sure.
Does anybody
Heishan who?
DM, does anybody recognize the language?
No.
Okay.
Say it again.
That
is specifically your original language, not the Eastern
No,
language.
this was the language that the other language that I don't know the root of.
Oh, I don't know. Nobody knows that one.
Nobody knows it. Okay.
At least I don't think. Gerda, what are your languages?
They are
In the proficiency box.
common, primordial question mark.
So yeah, nobody knows what you're speaking.
Okay.
That when everybody looks confused, you guys clock that calms her down a little bit. She goes, my real name is He Xian Hu. That's my real name.
Heishan who?
Yeah, or Xian Hu.
Xian who?
Yeah, but you can still call me Red. It'd be better if you did.
Sticking with red.
People can make history checks if they would like.
I'll try.
That is very unlikely, but I will try. I am not
Seven-
very worldly.
17.
I got a 10.
17.
13.
4.
So, Rosati, you were the only one that
I got a cat.
has read about this. You've seen similar names from mages that hail from the Eastern Continent.
Ages?
Yeah. People of like magical repute that have come from the Eastern Continent have had similar names.
Red. I've seen you do some really fancy stuff with shadows and swords.
That's not me. That's not me.
Okay. That's not you.
The
But
shadow's
how
not
did
me.
you do that?
Okay. I grew up in a temple. The temple had fighting monks and fighting arts. I was raised by a number of teachers and the abbot. And while I was there, I was young.
Oh my God! Did they cut your eyes out?
No, they didn't cut my eyes out. My eyes have always been like this. It's why I wear the blindfold. It makes people very uncomfortable.
It is weirdly uncomfortable.
But they blinded you.
No, I'm not blind. I'm not blind.
You're not blind.
She tosses the blindfold to Cirrus and says, "Put it over your eyes."
Okay.
It's
This
really
shit does
thin.
this
It's
shit does
really
not
thin.
work.
It's really thin. It's like silk. You can see right through it. It's like it's a ruse. It's a disguise. Like I can't look around. I can't go to a shop and get tea. I can't do that I can't look at people. I look at people and they
Because you have weird eyes.
because I don't well yeah. So I've always even when I was at the temple I wore a blindfold.
I
It
have a
just made people
tail.
feel better.
Tildius has a horse's butt.
Yeah,
That lady has rat teeth.
And she has a tail too.
I have a tail and rat ears too.
Yeah.
They look fantastic to me. I don't know, but
She can't even probably get into restaurants.
No, there is
I eat
some
the garbage out
weird
back.
uncomfortable effect from these eyes. Normally this wouldn't make me uncomfortable, but it is a weird feeling that I'm getting from these eyes.
I can put the blindfold back on it.
No, it's
I
fine.
find them charming.
When you say you could put the blindfold back on, you will hear Kevin in the distance twinkle at that.
Yes.
Kevin, what exactly is your problem with
Kevin doesn't
Jiangsu?
like me. You can just call me Red, please. That was
Yeah,
terrible.
it's red.
Now I'm gonna get it.
Oh my.
I was at okay, how do I make this as fast as possible? I was living in the temple. I was training in the temple. I thought the purpose there was to live and to train like a life. You just kind of do stuff at the life. I spent most of my time in the temple because, of course, the town, I wasn't really welcome there. So when I was young, it's, 5 years ago now, 4 years ago, the time bleeds. The temple was attacked by people wearing masks, and in the fight, I killed a number of them, but my teacher was mortally wounded, and he told me that he didn't have enough time to teach me what he was priming me for, but I had to go, and he sent me down this tunnel and closed off behind me, and he told me to take what was there and run and never come back and never be found. And I have that thing still. And
What did you take? Is it important? Should we know?
you know me, so If they are here and you know me, we gotta go before you are made. But they saw you with me. If it's that, fuck, it's this.
Wait. So the mask people has to do with what you took from the temple. It doesn't have to do with showing off the medallion.
The medallion draws attention. The attention finds me. I grabbed when I came to the mainland. I went to the guild hall and I pretended to be a courier and I flashed that badge so I could start. Do you remember the magistrate? The first place we went, I dropped off a sword. Right? You remember that? I dropped off a sword.
Yeah.
I bought
Lizard folk.
that. I dropped that off. I do it all the time. I do it all the time.
You make your own couriers.
I do it so they can't find this. And she opens the container and she holds out something just wrapped in seals. It's just a long cylindrical tube wrapped in so many arcane symbols. It is.
How does Risati respond to that?
This is well beyond anything you've seen from warding. It's obviously in a
You
different.
are Rasadi.
It's obviously like in a different language, so you can't read the inscriptions. But as he pulls it out, you feel the room grow dense with magic. And this is well beyond anything you've seen or anything you've even read about.
Very quickly, she puts it back in. She closes it. She's like, I have been a guild courier for more than 4 years. And
What
I
is it?
put all my money into that box to hide this thing. But I leave a trail, right? But I have to.
What is
leave
the shape of the thing? It's like in the shape of a sword, or the shape of a.
Like
What's the shape of the
cylindrical tube?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it is it. Can you tell that it's a sword?
Probably not with how much like
see
it's
the hilt?
wrapped over.
Yeah,
Like you
it's-
might be able to see the hilt, but you could guess that it's
But,
any
but
number of
it's
things.
long.
Yeah,
How
It
big?
could
like
be
how
a
long?
sword.
It
yeah,
could be a sword.
Yeah,
Or it could just be a tube.
Yeah.
or it could just be a tube.
What?
Also, it doesn't have a
and then
hilt,
you
remember?
said something super cool, which was that you bought the sword and brought it to the guy, the keeper, whatever his name was.
Yes, yeah.
I'm not in
do,
character right now. I'm trying to remember that whole interaction. Like when we went
Oh.
there.
You weren't in the party yet.
Yeah, you weren't in the party yet.
It was just me.
And then,
Oh,
Red.
it was regifted to the captain of the guards.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we
So-
gift? Didn't we bring something to the guy when we came to this town to Loch Nim?
A letter.
That was an actual letter.
That was an
It was a
actual-
letter. Okay,
Yeah, that
sorry.
was my last.
That was an
real-
actual job, not a
That was my last
job
real
that
job.
Red gave herself.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
all right, so okay, so I took the sword. It is a sword. I've never opened it. It cannot be opened. I will not do that. But I took it, and everywhere I go, city I go, except for this one because I didn't have time. I ran into you guys. I commissioned a sword to be made, and then I delivered that to somebody, right? I took the courier job to cover that I'm running, and the more swords I put out, the more if they track me down, which yeah, maybe it's just some fucker in a mask, and I. But
Maybe it's
they're dead ends, right? I'm just trying to make dead ends. I can't.
Maybe he was a kid.
I don't stop moving. I don't hang out anywhere for long. I don't get to go on adventures, and this was just so fun. And now
I walk up to Red and I gesture. Would you like as if would you like a hug?
she doesn't really want a hug, but she does hold your hand nicely.
It's
It's okay. I don't see anything in your story that changes anything.
Well, I'm fine. I'm not gonna get hurt by this, but you don't understand. Those imagine those spiders, right? That we're chasing.
I hate those spiders. I don't want to imagine them.
That's just life, right? I've just been running this whole time, and now I got sloppy. And if I've gotten so sloppy as someone's found me, then you're in trouble. Even you, Gerda. I'm so sorry. You just helped us, and now if
Gerda's looking for adventure. She probably has a death wish.
I have nothing to go back to, so this worries me not.
She has nothing to go back to. She probably killed all of her friends and family, and she's running from a dark past.
Stop.
She did not.
You are all, every one of you, insane.
I think the answer is clear.
Please enlighten us.
Well, it's clear. We must help Red to end this pursuit.
Look. I don't know the level of pursuit. I don't even know if they're here. That is just a bad omen, and I just don't want it. I just don't want you guys to get caught up in it. So, with your permission, I would like to get you in on the lie, and then I'll just keep with the lie, but you can be on the lookout in case we're being tailed or something like
Sure.
that. Or if like we can go our separate ways and I can disappear again and it's all good. But it is like it's a constant danger. Like, Gert, I understand that you are spoiling for adventure. Tilvius seems really similar. He's
Well, perhaps before we make a decision, I mean, obviously we're not splitting up, but before we make a decision, if you do not know the level in which you might be found or being pursued as a demi, I can turn into a rat or a spider, and I could investigate this
Oh,
mountain
the
and
druid wild shape.
and check to see if this is in fact the mask of which you speak.
Wait, as a druid or a demi?
Demi, right? Oh, druid.
As a
Yeah.
druid.
Sorry, I'm new.
That's okay.
okay.
I like Red's a demi too, but her backstory is different. So I was like, you can do that as a demi?
Sorry.
I can't do that.
I
want
could
to
be
do that.
a spider or a rat, and I feel spider. I mean, they could just
Spider's a little bit less
What?
conspicuous
More
than the
discreet.
rat.
exactly. I don't know. It could just crawl up the wall onto the balcony and just perch and listen.
I mean, if you want to go do that, that's awesome. But by the time we got here, I didn't feel any eyes on us anymore.
What do you know about the people who are hunting you?
I know very little. I had the chance. I had the chance to take one of their masks, and I didn't. And I
Do you
should've.
know what they are called?
I do not. I don't.
Do
Don't
you
know
remember
they're
what
called.
you remember what the mask looks like?
Oh yeah.
Might you draw us a picture so we could all be on alert?
I'm a pretty
Red can't
sure
draw. Red is blind.
Is Sirius's intelligence score like 5 or 6?
It is -1.
It was a
Checks
ruse,
out.
Cirrus. Red can see.
Oh shit!
Watch,
I'm
and
sorry.
I throw something at Red. Just chuck it.
Why'd you throw that at me, you dick? No.
I'm sorry. I'm so used to it being
Um,
that way.
what do you want Red to try and catch it?
I was just trying to prove a
That'd
point
be really
that you
funny
could
if you're
see.
like,
That's it.
I feel like Red could have caught it even if Red were blind.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't.
I've got the grain of rice. Pink.
All right, I take out my sketchbook and pass it over to Red to say, do your best.
I'll attempt to draw it. What is that? Performance?
Can I give
I don't
Red my bardic inspiration dice that I
No,
have been
that's
gifted?
It's gone now. It only lasts
Or like sleight of hand,
Yeah,
maybe
man.
an hour or something.
dexterity.
It is an incredibly crude picture. I rolled an 8. It's a stick figure.
So fortunately for Red and her shitty drawing abilities, the mask is a pretty simplistic
Canon, terrible
simplistic design. It's very much like a tear-shaped mask that is entirely black in color with 2 eye holes, no mouth hole, and a streak of red underneath the left eye.
But it's like, you know, only drawn in black. So she's like, that part right there. That's red.
I hold it up like story time. Everybody got it? Everybody got it?
Got it.
Okay. And I rip it out and I tear it into tiny, tiny pieces.
I'll eat it.
In the fireplace.
Nope. Oh.
That's amazing.
All right. Go Gerda.
I love it. So perfect.
Okay, now if there aren't very many people that know me. I like weirdly enough. Okay, I just lost her name. Who's the dryad in the first town? Oh fuck! In Rusati's hometown.
Is it her?
No, I'm
She
sorry,
wasn't
not a dryad. She's not a dryad. She's a spring
Marith.
eladrin. Marith.
Oh, Marith.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
Red goes, okay, probably no one's gonna really ask you about, you know, me. Weirdly enough, Marith is one of the people that I've had the most conversations with, in terms of guilds. Normally I just drop stuff off, do my business, and leave. When we get to Port Saris, because we will at some point, then I do have a couple of contacts there that know me, but they know my backstory. So if we go to Port Saris, I guess I'll tell you about what I tell other people, but I don't know. I tell people that I was an orphan from Lysen. I don't know if you guys even know that town. But
All right.
when
No.
when you guys get your guild badges, and I want to try and sneak a guild badge for me.
That's a great idea. I have one last thing I think we need to just.
Please don't ask me about if I'm blind.
No, I got it, but you might have to remind me later. But
Yeah, fine.
the shadow thing. Any more you want to spill on the shadow thing? What does that have to do with all of this?
I don't know.
Did it exist with you before you stole the tube? Is it
No.
is it tubular?
Tubular.
I don't
As in related to a tube? Is it tubular?
I don't honestly know. I've had the tube with me since I left the temple
And how long have you had the shadow thing?
a couple of years ago.
So after that.
Yeah. You know, I would travel alone. It's pretty easy. I kind of, you know, honed my like senses to make sure I knew if anyone was following me, right? And that made it pretty easy to start being a courier because no one ever could sneak up on me, right? I was just like, oh, and then I would, you know, leave. I didn't really even have to fight that much. Like there aren't a lot of great bandits out there. Like sometimes you meet one or two, but like they're not that great.
Malcolm was great. Okay.
Yeah. And like unless they're working in a big group, they, you know, whatever. And one time I made a couple of mistakes. I didn't read the situation right, and I got forced into basically an ambush, and things were bad, and then it was there. And I don't know much about it.
Does it feel like the tube protects you?
No.
Does it feel like the shadow protects you?
No, it feels like the shadow is sometimes there. It feels like the shadow doesn't care about anything except for maybe the chance to hurt something. I don't know. Like it's just this. I mean, you guys got a chance to see it.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Well, all right.
It doesn't seem to do anything except for that.
It gets cold sometimes.
It's cold.
Are you the only survivor from the temple that you know of?
The only one I know of. I don't even know if that crazy fucker lived.
Lightning Man?
It was very strange that somebody was there.
Wait, okay. The Lightning Man, who you got the medallion from when he went to the temple and blew up the temple, that was your temple?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put those two together.
I ran from the temple.
But yes, that makes sense.
I made it to the beach, and I didn't have anywhere to go, and there was this smarmy dude. And I made him give me this too, and she holds up the cloak. I think that kind of pissed him off, but I was just...
We should find a very smart person, smarter than you, who can answer these questions about the shadow and the medallion and the man with the lightning and the people with the masks.
Or follow me on this one. We do what I've promised to do, and that is make sure nobody knows anything about what I've got with me or where I came from, so that I can keep this hidden.
We could ask the questions and get the answers, and then throw the man or woman or whoever they are down a well.
Anybody that knows the answers to this are probably as powerful as his mama.
Y'all have no idea how powerful his mom is. No
Rusadi
clue.
doesn't even know exactly how
The
powerful
way
his mama
Rasadi
is.
tells it, she is some kind of...
She is amazing. That is what she is.
I think I told you the highest level spell you've ever seen her cast is 4th?
Yeah, something like that.
That's so high.
That's pretty big.
It really is.
And I don't really want anybody with power knowing anything I got.
Sure.
All right. Fair enough for now.
Okay. So, following this discussion, there's going to be an entire day. You guys just slept. You're kind of resetting your sleep cycle here. I'm going to allow you to do whatever you want during this day. You're level 3, leveling up to 4, so whatever you choose to pursue doesn't have to be too intense for you to level up. Just give me some explanation as to why you got stronger. There is a large library in town. There's a bunch of other amenities that you can explore. We can talk about that over the next week, but we are going to end here.
Sounds good.
So we're going to go through outros. It was a great game. I vastly enjoyed tonight.
That was really cool.
Hi, Joff. How you doing?
Oh, DM, question. How do we determine hit points? Do we roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Re-roll once.
Roll and re-roll once. Okay.
God damn, good thing for that. Hey, it's a 6 this time.
Okay, so are we outroing?
Outroing?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi,
Okay.
Joff.
Hi.
How was your night?
Okay, so normally this is where I say some bullshit, and it's funny. But right now, I'm gonna do a normal outro because the intro was off the rails. So I had a lot of fun tonight. I played Red, who just because Dakota spooked me, just gave away her backstory. To one
Dude.
stranger, and 3 people that she has only known for 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
My favorite part of that is that every reaction you've had is so much like greater than what was like typically necessary, right? Like you flashed the badge because you were like, fuck, we can't be in any amount of trouble.
Yeah.
Right? And that led to this, and then somebody saw a hint of a mask and you were like, fuck.
Because she thinks that there's like a big floodlight on her.
Yeah. No,
So-
it makes a lot of sense. I love it.
But I'm good at bad choices, and I have made them. And now, over to you, Andy. Thanks for letting me play a game of pinball with you. It was fantastic.
Hi, Tony.
Hello,
Oh,
internets.
and also, welcome, Emily. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love Gerda already.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
You honor me.
Hello, internets. My name is Tony. I play Risati, your lovable wizard guy who uses Ice Knife for all situations. Again, it was wonderful to meet you, Emily, and welcome to Gerda to the team. I think this is going to be a fantastic and crazy ride. So strap in. We are a mess, just so you know. Andy, I don't really have much more to say about that other than we'll see you next week. Literally and figuratively.
True. Speaking of Emily, hi, Emily.
Hello.
Give me an outro. Say who you are, who you play, and I don't know, and whatever else you want to say.
My name's Emily. I play Gerda. She is a swamp rat woman. Very excited to finally interact with people. She's been a bit of a nomad for the last few months to a couple years, not really interacted with people. So even being in a town as large as this cavern town is a little overwhelming.
This is a huge fucking town.
It's as huge as this cavern town is a bit overwhelming. So delighted to come up with a crew, especially one that is not all human. And yeah, looking forward to collecting mushrooms and eating. That's about it.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I play Tilvius, the centaur. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. Hi, Josh.
I am a rose petal on a back of a fox
Here we go.
floating in the ocean of sadness. And you can find me in my house surrounded by my cats.
The best place.
Really is.
I have been Dakota Orishiro. We'll be back again next week for whatever the fuck happens with this travesty. thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody has an amazing week. Yeah, best of luck. Have a good week, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's going to happen next time? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.